What's good? What's good? What's good, baby? It's your boy Trex, the sports junkie, and welcome to the NBS Show. It's only two of us, as y'all can see. Somebody's ducking, it looks like. But, we getting text messages from the franchise I just saw. But what up, box office?
Hey man, the franchise ducking us, he's ducking us. I'm happy you're not ducking me for once. Like this is great. Um, I'm ready to talk some free agency, some March Madness. It's actually a fun time of the year, and then right after the March Madness, we got the NFL draft. Man, what else could we ask for?
Yeah, man, it's lit right now. Of course, like the box office said, we're gonna talk free agency. We're definitely gonna talk March Madness. Jason Tatum returns. Oh, how scary are the Celtics now? With him back in the lineup. We'll talk about all those things, but let's kick it off. Box office. C should be pulling up soon. Hopefully, we can get Jasper to pull up and see what happens with the franchise. But let's get it popping. We won't go free agency first because I think C must have put that up. Let me see. I knew he did that. Every time he comes on, let's see. Uh-oh, we got the trendsetter to the
Champ is here.
stage. What up, C?
What up? What up? What up? What up? We
What's
good?
good? We started the show. What's up?
Man, what's the deal, man? Mr. C, the trendsetter, the whole damn show. I'm here so we can really start.
Oh, Lord, here we go. So C pulled up. Um, well, I could change some things, box office. You want to change some things around? Hopefully, we can get the franchise to pull up and talk some free agency with us. But box office, do you want to start there? Or you want to just go right into it?
We're going right into free agency because I do not believe anything Jasper says. C pulled up with a chain longer than LeBron's career.
Hey, man. You already know what this is, man. Don't let it blind
All right, man. Hey, what a fun day in free agency. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna name a player and where he's going, and you're gonna tell me good move, bad move, anything you can expect from this move going forward. I'm gonna name a whole bunch of names. So here we go. I think the biggest one today, in my opinion, maybe not the biggest move, but the biggest name, Mike Evans to the San Francisco 49ers, 3 years, and I believe 60 million. So 20 a year. They're probably going to lose Juwan Jennings. That's why they probably did this. Brent Ayuk, God knows where he is. He's definitely not ever going to be a 49er again. So, what do you think of this move? And, does this make the Niners much better?
You want me to go first, or you want to go
you. Yeah, go
first?
ahead. Go ahead.
I'm gonna say solid move. I'm not gonna be like, oh, you're not getting Mike Evans from 5 years ago. You get Mike Evans now. Not to say he's a bad player. You're getting a professional. Somebody's going to come in there. But he did have some nagging injuries this year. That's a big concern for me to give a guy $20 million based on what you just said. Because I didn't know what the number was. I know they signed him, but I didn't know what the number was. I think it's a solid move. Like I say, he's going to be a professional out there. If he can avoid injuries, the Niners are a good fit because they have a lot of weapons there. They still got Kittle, they still got CMC, they got oh my God, the kid from Florida. I like him a lot too. Pearsall, there you go. Pearsall. So Mike Evans, I think is gonna go in there and fit right on in. If he can contribute, not necessarily 1,000 yards. Like I know box office has always said, Mike Evans is you can just pencil him in for 1,000. I don't think he has to have 1,000 yards, but if he can take, some pressure off those other guys, this will be a good move. I'll say solid today though.
Um, Solid is a great word. Solid move for the 49ers. Um, I think right now he's their best receiver today. The moment he signed on that dotted line, he became the 49ers' best receiver. That's regardless if Jennings is there. So I think it's a solid move. I think that is a solid move considering if he had to stay to the at the Bucks, he would have seen a diminished role, and he needed to make a move just because I'm sure that he didn't. He still has some in the tank. I think he had a bad year last year for injuries, and the Bucks kind of saw that they could do it without him, and that didn't bode well for them trying to re-sign him. And I think that's probably what happened with them. But I think it's a solid move. It makes the Niners formidable, to say the least. They were already formidable. They had I don't know about 3 years from now.
Right.
Giving giving him a 3-year contract, I don't think he's definitely not Mike Evans from 5 years ago. He's not even Mike Evans from 3 years ago. So 3 more years, I don't know about that. I think maybe I would have tried to get him to sign a 1 year, because what's gonna happen is that last year that's gonna be dead money. That's gonna be dead money. A dead cap hit, because he's not gonna. I can't see him still being there in 3 years. He's gonna be a Julio Jones type of receiver. His Nick in the third, not good Julio. Julio when he retired in about 3 years. So more power to him, man. Get the hell out of my division. Good. Bye.
Oh, and just to piggyback off of C real quick, I thought it should have been a 2-year deal with the second year being a team option.
Yeah. That would have been That would have been dope. That would have been that's best case scenario for the Niners. I
Right.
guess they did that just to get the deal done, and they're like, well, we're worried about their 3rd year when it comes.
Yeah,
He'll be a good candidate, I'm sure.
I think Mike Evans was probably looking for a 3-year deal because he probably didn't want to be in this position again soon. I heard like the Chargers were interested. I'm assuming the Chargers didn't do it like a 3-year deal, and he probably settled with the Niners because of that. I think this is a good move, like y'all said. And by the way, Mike Evans probably my favorite player in the NFL ever since Andrew Luck retired. I love Mike Evans. I was happy he got a ring after losing so many years. But I think this is a good move, though. I don't think 1,000 yards is probably his priority anymore. I think what they want to do is kind of use him like they use Jawan Jennings. Big catches over the middle in crucial moments. I think they want to throw him the ball in the red zone, take pressure off CMC and Kittle, and I think Mike Evans can still get you jump balls in the red zone. So I think this is a good fit for an offense that's already pretty much stacked around them. Like, can they stay healthy is the question.
Right.
Because the Niners are the most beat up team ever since their stadium opened up 12 years ago. So, can Kittle stay on the field? Can CMC? Can Purdy? Can Mike Evans himself? I mean, Mike Evans seems to always have damn hamstring injuries. So they just stay healthy? And can Mike Evans catch me 8 to 10 touchdowns? If he does that, I don't need 1,000 because CMC is going to get the ball a bunch, and Kittle's going to get the ball a bunch. Give me 8 to 10 touchdowns. This is an A+ signing if he does that. So I think overall this is a good move for the Niners, and I'm happy for Mike Evans that he's going to go to a team that they're going to be contenders. As long as they're healthy, they're going to be contenders. So I'm happy because I think the Niners are actually in a better spot than Tampa is. I mean, Tampa has all these players and they still went 8-9. Like the Niners made the playoffs and beat the Eagles, and they were beat up.
Right.
So I think this is a good signing. All right, moving on. Jalen Phillips to the Carolina Panthers, 4 years, $120 million.
I'm gonna say uh, I'm gonna say a solid move. I know some people's gonna go crazy and say a great move. I'm gonna say solid. I don't know. I just feel like Is Carolina ready to take that next step? I know they had some success this year. And I get it. I get it. That's what everybody's gonna say. OX, you just saw something. They gotta keep building on it. I get it, because if I was their GM, I'd probably try to go after players like Jalen Phillips as well. But I'm gonna say solid, but with the potential to be really good.
Um, I think it was a good signing for them. You can This is the NFL. You can never have too many good edge rushers, and them adding him to their team, it solidifies the position. That's all it is to it. They I don't think that they were an edge rusher away. So
Right.
you know what I mean. And I honestly I think that they they overachieved last year, but that does keep them around the 500 mark at least um for next year, because they still got to make some moves, man, because everybody else in the division gonna make moves, and that's a key move that they made. So I think it's a good signing for them. For him, uh I don't know if I leave the Eagles to. It had to be a financial. I put it like that. I don't leave the Eagles to go to the Carolina Panthers. So it was a financial move.
If I had to give this a letter grade, this is a D. I hate,
Wow.
I hate this for the Panthers.
I thought you was actually the one to like the move.
Hell no. One thing I don't like is injury prone players. Jalen Phillips is very injury prone. He's got a lot of talent. He's a stud when he's healthy, but he's very injury prone. He's had some major surgeries. He played 17 games back to back his first 2 years, and his rookie year is 8.5 sacks, his career high. Every year since his rookie year, he's gotten worse because of injuries. I'm not giving 4 years, 120 million a guy that's in that hurt. I get what the Panthers are doing. They made the playoffs. They could have very well beaten the Rams, but so they're on the right move, and they have to make some moves. But I don't like injury prone guys like this. I don't like the move. If I had to guess, he's not going to finish his contract in Carolina.
See, that's why I thought it was solid, because I'm like, when you give 100 million to somebody, but I don't know, I just feel like it better be somebody that you know is gonna be a dog.
Yeah,
But I do think if he can stay healthy and the Panthers can take that next step, that's why I said it could be good.
yeah. I mean, we see the potential. He's not a
Right,
scrub, but
right,
he is just, can he stay on the field? And I just haven't seen enough to believe it. I really don't. And see, it's 100% a financial move. Like Philadelphia couldn't give him that contract.
right.
So, well, good for him for getting the money, but I don't think it'll work out for him personally on the field.
Once you
All
get a
right,
ring, most people going for the money. So
yeah. All right, next move, my Colts. They re-sign Alec Pierce, 4 years, 114 million, and I'm going to combine it and say they also traded Michael Pittman to Pittsburgh. Your opinion on both those moves?
Okay, so I'm gonna start with the Alec Pierce move. Solid. I hate the fact that they gave him all that money, because I do think he's a good receiver, but I just don't think he's a number one. Now, could he prove me wrong? Yes. But I just, when you give a guy over $100 million, he better be that guy that's gonna go make plays for me, get the short yards, the 4th and 1, not a 4th and 1, 4th and 3, 4th and 5, 3rd and 6. I need you to go make that play. I just don't know if Alec Pierce is that guy. I just don't know. Now, contrary to what y'all may say,
Hmm.
I think Pittsburgh, that's an A+ move for Pittsburgh. To put somebody next to DK Metcalf like a Michael Pittman, to me, bruh, I don't know if Aaron Rodgers has come back. I don't know. I don't know what's happening with their quarterback situation. But if you're a quarterback, you have to look at that and say, I got DK Metcalf and Michael Pittman to throw the ball to. That's real love. I don't know if they can keep them both there long term, but for next year, I think Pittsburgh's on to something with those two. I give them an A for that, for sure, getting Pittman.
All right, I'll start with the Pierce move. Too much money, bro. Too much money, man. I think he's a good receiver. He's a number two though. He's not a number one. He could develop into a number one within these next 4 years, but he's going to have to be your number one now with Pittman gone. And depending upon who their quarterback is, this some upcoming season, I'm not sure if he's going to do that. And when you have an unstable quarterback situation like that, and you give a receiver like this over $100 million, it can start looking like you made a bad move because he just didn't have a solid quarterback right there. So, I mean, I understand you had to give him something to keep him there, but if I had to make a choice out of Pierce and Pittman, I'm keeping Pittman, not Pierce. That's just I think we talked about that last week. But for the Steelers, A++. I'm like you, X. Bruh, if I could have DK over there and I got Pittman over there, I don't know about Aaron Rodgers. If he was thinking about coming back and he should. But any quarterback should look like any available quarterback should look at that and be like, yeah, I'll go there. That's very enticing. And to be honest with you, I actually think that Pittman might be a better actual receiver than DK.
I agree.
If I was looking at being an actual receiver, now DK's a better athlete, but an actual receiver, if I'm looking at just a receiver quality, I take Pittman. So you got basically two number ones over there in Pittsburgh. I think that they won with that one. Now you can probably land a quarterback better than old ass Aaron Rodgers. So, I don't really
think to get shots, bro.
Bro. Anyway, man, I'm just saying, bro. They got a nice destination for a quarterback that's looking for somewhere. And I think Kyler Murray's gonna be happy there, bro. He's not gonna have any excuses when he get there.
Oh.
Interesting. Okay. I actually agree with y'all. Pierce is a 2. And I didn't like this type of payment they made on him. But what the crazy part is, I heard New England and Washington offered way more money. And however, he just wanted to stay in Indianapolis and he likes the Colts.
Nobody likes moving, bro. Nobody want to pack up the U-Haul.
Exactly. I agree. I would think that way as a player too. I wouldn't like to move either, especially if you're taking just a small discount, like whatever. And if you like the city you're in our organization, then it makes it worth it. But he's a number 2. I liked when the Colts drafted him in the second round from Cincinnati, and he got better every year. But he's not a 1. And this money is 1. You give someone that's a 1. He's currently the 8th best paid wide receiver in the league per year.
Wow.
And is he a top 10 receiver? No.
Hell no.
Is he top 20? No. I understand that the cap is going to move, right?
That's what the market is right now.
I understand Pierce will be the 12th best paid wide receiver next year. And so I get that. But I'm not paying you top 20 wide receiver money unless you're a 1, in my opinion. He also only does one thing really good, and that is deep throws, or deep catches, whatever, deep routes, whatever you want to say. He doesn't. When I need a big play over on 3rd and 7, I'm going to Michael Pittman or Tyler Warren before I go to Pierce. So he never caught 40 balls in a season until this year. He caught 47 this year, and he got 1,000 yards. That's 22, I think, yards per catch. That just tells you everything he catches is deep balls.
Yeah.
Shout out to him. I'm happy for him personally. but he's not a number one. And the Colts are, and I've said on the show, I said the Colts are getting rid of one of them and paying the other. I would have paid Pittman. I think this is a great move for Pittsburgh. Shout out to Pittsburgh. You got him and Metcalf now. Warren really showed us really good things last year, also catching out the backfield. And Rodgers is going to come back. I'm telling y'all right now. I think if Rodgers wanted to retire, he would just say it from the get go, or just tell us at the end of the year immediately. I don't think Rodgers would ever drag a team into the draft and all of that and then decide. Plus, his old coach, well, I'm telling you, when he retires, he's not going to wait until like the draft. He's going to do it like beginning of the year or tell you at the end of the year. And plus, his old coach from Green Bay is going to coach there. You don't think he wants to reunite with him one more time for a year? Of course he does.
I think he's coming back too, but
yeah. I think what's going to happen, Aaron Rodgers, come late August, is going to say, "This is it, no matter what happens this year." But he's good. I think he might end up having a better year this year than he did last year, because now he's going to have more chemistry with Metcalf. He's going to have a better receiving corps with Pittman. Pittman's a really reliable receiver.
Yep.
That's the word I would use for Pittman. He's reliable. He
and
doesn't
he'll
need
make those catches that you were just talking about. He'll go over the middle and catch those balls.
Exactly. You know how many times in his career he's had over 70 catches? Like 4 times. He's reliable. I think Aaron Rodgers is going to love Pittman. You know what? I'm going to say it right now. I think Pittman's going to lead the Steelers in catches next year.
Oh, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Sure. Yeah. So I think it's a great move for Pittsburgh. I think the Colts are tripping a little bit. But we'll see. You know, I hope Pierce works out, obviously, but he needs to evolve his game. He needs to develop how to run other routes than just deep routes. All right. Next, we are moving on to a very interesting move. Idafe Owen, $100 million to the Washington Commanders, 4 years. If y'all remember, Harbaugh from the Ravens drafted him, traded him to his brother in LA, and now he signs his deal with Washington. What are y'all's opinions?
I'm gonna say I don't love this move. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I just think that if Harbaugh's done traded you, got rid of you, uh, Washington, I just don't know where they're at right now. Y'all know how I feel about 100 million. If they would have signed him to a 2-year deal, I am not tripping. 100 million, bro. I just think that's reaching a little bit for me. I'll give it a C minus because he does have talent, but I just don't know how I feel about the fit either. Washington. Is Washington going to rebound from last year? Are they going to be better this year? And then to give up 100 million is a lot. So I'll give it a C minus, but I can't say I love the pick, the move.
All right. Let me ask you this. In y'all's opinion, what was the Washington what are they, Commanders now? What was Commanders' biggest problem last year? Outside of Jalen being injured.
I think the Washington Commanders had a few issues, to be honest with you, bro. If you say biggest, I mean, obviously, it got to be the quarterback position, right? That's just me. Quarterback first. Then I understand
him being injured. I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. Then pass rush. I understand what you're saying.
They need pass rush. Yeah.
Right. I just, man, I feel like they have so many holes to fill, bro. I didn't love their team as a whole. I think everything could have been fixed. I think they need to get a bunch of players.
Yeah, but I would look at them. I would say the main position they should have been trying to shore up is their offensive line. And I don't pay $100 million to a defensive end if my offensive linemen are so bad that my star quarterback is missing games because they just simply can't block for him. Hell, they could not only block for him, they couldn't block for my second string quarterback. He got injured too. Mariota ended up getting injured.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to invest in that offensive line before I just throw $100 million at somebody that may be able to help me. He's more of a there's no way I get, to be honest, bro, I wouldn't get, he's not more than a 3-year, $60 million type of player. I'm not giving him $100 million. He hadn't shown me anything that makes me want to make him $100 million player to put my franchise. Basically, you're putting your franchise on his back with $100 million. I ain't doing that. Not for Owe.
Okay. I'm not mad at that at all.
Y'all might think I'm tripping. I like this move more than the Jalen Phillips move. And the reason I like him more is because he's not as injury prone, but his numbers have gone up over the years. So his last year in Baltimore, 10 sacks. And then last year with the other Harbaugh, he gets traded middle of the year and still gets them 7.5 sacks. So I think he's doing the opposite of Jalen Phillips. I don't know if it's $100 million. I don't know if he's worth $100 million. Probably more what C said, 3 years, 60, 3 years, maybe 80. But I actually like this more than y'all do. I'm going to give it a B. I think he's getting better and better. So Dan Quinn is a defensive guy. So I actually like it more than Jalen Phillips to Carolina. I don't think this is terrible. I think it's a sneaky good move.
I think that I had both of them at a C, but I had more upside for Phillips only because I feel like Carolina is taking that next step. Washington, I just don't like. I don't love the marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like you could have a player, and sometimes I just don't think the marriage is the best marriage. And I just think that this is. I don't love the team he went to and the team that gave him all the money. Phillips, I get it. Carolina's going up, and they're trying to do something. So that's where I see it with the difference. But I gave both of them a C. I'll give Carolina a C plus, while I'll give them a C minus.
The only reason why I give this man 3 years, $50 million is because of the position he plays.
Right.
Is he an elite pass rusher? I would not call him elite.
No, he's not. Not yet, at least. He's still young.
Yeah, but $100 million, you got to be elite to me. I can't give you $100 million to be, and you good. Oh, he got upside, bro. No, I'm not giving you $100 million for that. I can give you tops 80. Like you said, he might get 3 years, 80 from me. But anyway, I just don't like. I think that they overpaid for him. I didn't realize he went up like you said every year, but it ain't went up enough for me. He don't jump off the screen to me either. And usually I use that term watching college players, but in the NFL, players jump off the screen at you too, and he doesn't do that.
Fair enough. All right, next move. We got a 3-year, $81 million deal. Tyler Linderbaum leaving the Baltimore Ravens to become the new center for the Vegas Raiders. Almost said Oakland Raiders. What do we got?
I like this move. I'll give this a B. I'm going to tell you why, because I feel like the Raiders have to do something. The Raiders have to try to start building something. Linderbaum, he played with Lamar. So I feel like he played in a good organization, one of the best ran organizations in the NFL. And I just feel like the Raiders had to do a complete turnover to their roster because what we saw last year just wasn't cutting it for me. So I like this move. I think getting them a center with experience that played with an MVP, a guy that's obviously gonna be smart out there. I like this move. I'll give the Raiders a B for that one.
I'll give the Raiders a B. I give Linderbaum a D.
But why wouldn't he go get his money?
E for dummy. Why are you going to Las Vegas Raiders, bro? Have you given up? You know what
Money,
I'm
bro.
saying?
Like, what are you talking about? You
I'm
guys.
saying, okay, yeah, this obviously is financial because you don't care about playing football no more. That's obviously this is your last contract because you're gonna be out of the league when this one over. Because you're gonna go over
Wow. So
there
you
and
don't
you
think if Mendoza comes in, I should give it an A because they got to protect their number one asset, which is Mendoza. But if Mendoza does well, you don't think that he's gonna get another contract?
no, Mendoza, bro.
I'm saying if. See,
If Mendoza does well, bro, I feel sorry for Mendoza.
no, they got Ashton Genty, they got Brock Bowers. Let's.
I
They
feel
don't.
sorry.
They
More
got
people I
talent.
feel sorry for, bro. Vegas is just a step up from the Jets, bro. And one
Wow.
step, not even a whole step. This is like a half a step up from the Jets, bro. And I really think that when you take money to go to Vegas currently constructed, you don't really care about playing in the NFL anymore. You're just taking the money.
Wow. Wow. I don't know,
So
bro. I feel different. I feel like Vegas is one of them franchises. I would take a chance. I don't know what they did with that Geno Smith stuff. That was wild. But outside of that, I think like they could do some things, bro. They've done well in the draft. Genty and Bowers, I think they had a home run on both of them.
I just traded Mac Crosby, bro. I'm not going over there.
Well, they're not ready to win right now, neither.
And how long you think it's gonna take him to win?
Well,
He got a
they got.
contract.
No, what I'm saying with the line, offensive line, it don't matter. Like you gotta protect your quarterback, so they gotta put offensive linemen out there.
And he's gonna be the only good one they have.
They might draft another.
Right? See, like you wow. See,
Bro, that
They-
dude it's gonna be him and 4 me out there. And my footwork ain't good no more. I'm just
I
gonna say
just
it.
think having a good center for a rookie quarterback is gonna be a bonus. I really should go up to an A. I said a B, but I really want. And the more I'm talking about, it, the more I want to go up to an A for the Raiders.
Bro. I never really cared about the center position until the Saints traded Jimmy Graham for Max Unger. And
Right?
then I saw how really valuable that position was. I was furious with the Saints trading Jimmy Graham for Max Unger. Bro, I was ready to like leave. I was
Oh,
like, I'm not staying with these dudes. They just doing anything now. They traded Jimmy Graham for a damn center. I don't care how many Pro Bowls and All Pros he's made. A center, but Unger was the truth, bro. He
bro,
really,
good center is valuable in the NFL, bro. You wildin', see.
hey, but Max Unger had talent around him too. and
Bro,
he had Drew Brees he was snapping the ball to.
I think you're
Nick
gonna look
Foles
back at
got
this
Drew
one.
Brees.
I think you're gonna look back and say, you know what, the Raiders and Lindenbaum did a good job on this one.
No, I'm not.
I'm gonna go next. I'm with X here. I'm with X on what the Raiders did. I'm with C on what Linderbaum did. Okay. Look, the Raiders aren't spending money on a quarterback. So this is a good. What do you do if you're not spending money on a quarterback? You invest on your offensive line. I think this is a great move for them. You get him some chemistry with the next quarterback, who's Mendoza. You lock him in. So basically, Mendoza's pretty much whole rookie um, campaign will be with the same center. That's good. Um, I I think the Raiders have no choice but to invest in the offensive line. Plus, Ashton Genty, I kept saying he had a great rookie year for the type of offensive line that he had around him. I mean, come on, bro. They're some garbage. I think Genty's a star. Um, he can do anything because of that line, and he still put up solid numbers for a rookie. So I think this is a B plus for the Raiders. They need to invest in their offensive line and much of their other offense. They need to get him a receiver soon. They have a great tight end. I think he's going to be the best tight end in the league in 2 years if he's not already next year. So um, I think this is good for him. Linderbaum, though, get you better get used to losing for a little bit, though. Enjoy missing the playoffs. This whole contract. I don't think the Raiders are gonna make the playoffs in the next 3 years. Do I think they're gonna get better and better? Yes, but he's gonna miss Lamar and Derrick Henry because they at least would get you into playoff contention, if not the playoffs. So, why not take a 3-year, $60 million deal from the Ravens? You don't have to move. And someone's going to say, but that's 20 million. Yeah, but I mean, come on, how much money we need? I mean, it's
After
ridiculous.
those 3 years, they'll give you 20 million.
Right. So, a B plus signing for the Raiders. Tyler or Linderbaum enjoy losing for a little bit, but hey, at least you got
Wow,
your
the
money.
disrespect.
At
Oh
least you
my
got your money.
God.
At least
But
you got his money.
all I'm saying is the Raiders weren't a Linderbaum away from the playoffs.
No, but you
But it's
gotta
a start.
protect your asset. Yeah, man. If
Yeah.
you're gonna draft the quarterback #1, you gotta protect them.
The Raiders were smart. He ain't the dummy. I'm
But
not gonna be part of that.
bruh, the Raiders, bruh. Y'all sad, bro. Y'all sad. I think the Raiders may be good, bruh. Not this year. They're gonna think it's gonna take more than 1 year, but they got two elite talented offensive weapons moving
Yeah.
forward.
3.
Who's your third one?
Well, I'm counting Linderbaum as a
Oh, okay.
weapon.
No, I'm talking about
Yeah.
the skill players. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
yeah. They have 2 elite ones. I agree. All right. Next signing, we got a 3-year, $67 million contract. Malik Willis to the Miami Dolphins. Look at X. Go
Bruh.
ahead. Go ahead.
Bruh. I'm gonna go first. No. What? Hey, bro, listen. I want to go back to something real quick. I'm gonna come to Malik Willis because I'm not gonna take long on Malik Willis, bruh. I disagree with y'all on one thing. I think Alec Pierce should have taken the money. If New England offered him more money, I was gonna play with Drake May, something that was a certainty over the quarterback situation in Indianapolis. That's just me. I want to say that earlier, but I forgot about it. And then when you said something about taking a discount to stay home, that's when I remembered it again. Okay, but this move, bruh. Malik Willis, you get an A. The Dolphins, what the hell was that? What? I don't understand what the hell the Miami Dolphins are doing. This to me is an F.
Damn.
This is no disrespect to Malik Willis. I just view Malik Willis as a backup quarterback. That's just my 2 cents. I'm going to get Kyler Murray. I'm going to get a lot of guys trade. I'm not gonna say I'll go get Kirk Cousins because I probably would go get Malik Willis before I go get Kirk Cousins. Y'all probably disagree with that, but
Yo.
I'm giving it an F only because I just you gave him 3 years and that's who you let Tua go. Do I think I'm not a big Tua guy to begin with? Let me put that out there. But dog, oh man, to me, she always asks, "Who you gonna replace me with if you get rid of?" And even though Tua's injury prone, even if you say it's a lateral move, it ain't a vertical move. I don't feel. Maybe y'all feel different. I don't feel he's clearly better than Tua. I don't know if you felt like Tua wasn't that guy. Okay, but at least try to draft a quarterback. Malik Willis to me is not it. I just think he should be a backup. Respectfully, I know he had a little good run with Green Bay, but I just don't see him being a consistent guy throwing the football for the duration of the regular season and into the postseason if they would have a chance at the postseason. of being an accurate enough quarterback to be an NFL quarterback, to be a starter.
All right. You just said something. You took the words right out of my mouth. Lateral move. Lateral move. And I would say it's not a downgrade from Tua, not really an upgrade for Tua. And we just know Tua to be injury prone. Hell, we don't know if Malik Willis is injury prone or not. He hadn't had to play 17 games.
Right.
So you never know. But I will say this. He's shown that he could play. Malik Willis has shown that he could play. He showed us he could play in Tennessee. And then when he got his chances in Green Bay, he showed he learned and he got better. When they first drafted him in Tennessee, they drafted what's his name? Who's that terrible quarterback they drafted the same year as him? But they drafted him first.
I know you're talking about
I mean, not the same year. They drafted him the year after.
What's his name?
Levis.
Will Levis, yep.
Yeah, they let Levis come in, and they automatically just gave Levis the starting job. You know what I'm saying? Even though Malik Willis had been sitting there a year behind. What's his face? I can't think his name either.
Tannehill.
He had been sitting a year behind Tannehill, and they went and drafted Levis instead of giving him a chance. So he takes his tail up there to Green Bay, and Love gets hurt. Guess what? He steps right in, and he balls, bro. They don't really have a drop off when Malik Willis goes in, and he goes in. And this is what I say about Miami. Some teams do this, bro. They go with the hot name. Malik Willis was the hot name. He was the hot name. Like, hey, guess what we got? Yeah, we got. Remember, everybody talk about Malik Willis. We got Malik Willis. Yeah, I had Tua. So what that mean? You think that's the dude that's gonna take y'all through there? No, not at all, bro. I think that I think Miami is a slight step above Vegas. So I don't think that that's a move. You did it for the money, you did it for the opportunity, but I think that he had other options that he may have wanted to look at, and I think that they just wanted to get the hot name to say that they did something this offseason.
Okay. What's it called? So, see, you mentioned how the Titans went from Malik Willis, didn't really give him a chance, went to Will Levis. And then I think they did the same thing with Will Levis. They didn't give him really a chance. They went to Cam Ward. Yeah. So it's funny that the Titans were just going every year like, all right, somebody's got to hit.
Yeah. They're not going no more.
So the reason they signed him was Jeff Hafley was the Packers defensive coordinator. So he was in the same locker room as Malik Willis. However, this is a F. I agree with X. I don't know if y'all remember. I did not like Will Levis. I didn't like him either. Malik Willis out of Liberty. Mm-hmm. I thought he was so overrated. And C's right. He did look solid. Sometimes he looked better than Jordan Love in that offense. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. Sometimes he did. But I hate the fit. And I hate that Jeff Hafley's a defensive coordinator. Okay. He's not an offensive coach. So, and then Malik Willis, you signed him to a 3-year deal. Basically, Jeff Hafley is saying, I'm putting my job on the line with Malik Willis. Like, if Malik Willis does not work out, Jeff Hafley's gone. And I think what the Dolphins should have done is roll this year with Quinn Ewers. No one's expecting anything out of Quinn Ewers. So if he stinks, it's okay because he's not a first or second rounder. And then guess what? You could have Arch Manning or another quarterback next year in a much deeper quarterback class. I think the Dolphins could have gone about it that way. Jeff Hafley basically said, I'm sold on Malik Willis and I'm going to roll it. I don't like the fit. I think the Dolphins are kind of that franchise we kind of give a pass to, but they've been so bad for so long now. People don't realize they have the longest playoff drought currently in the NFL. It was the Lions until the Lions won a couple playoff games recently. Now the Dolphins have the longest playoff win drought in the league. They've actually been a pathetic organization the last 25 years. I know Chad Pennington took them to the playoffs a couple times and all that, but that's about it. They've been bad.
Forgot about that, bro.
When
Yeah,
Tua took them, they just
Yeah.
had to match up against Kansas City
Kansas
in
City.
the cold.
Took
Yeah,
them
that
that
was
one year, but then
right.
they went home immediately. That's about it. They've been a pathetic franchise. I think you should have rolled with Quinn Ewers because there's no pressure with Quinn Ewers, and then you get your own guy next year.
How crazy would that be if they had a roll with Ewers and then ended
March
up getting
replaces them.
yeah. I bet you. I mean, Ewers is like, bruh, yeah, y'all should give Malik, bruh. Y'all should give Malik. We'll be straight if you give Malik.
Quinn Ewers at that point might get a restraining order against Arch Manning.
Yeah. Like, oh, why you hate me? Why do you hate me?
But I don't.
I had to come to the NFL so quick.
I actually would have liked this move more for Malik Willis if he actually would have ended up in Arizona, because Mike LaFleur is over there, the brother of the coach that just coached Malik Willis this year. I would have liked that more. I don't know, bro. I think the Dolphins are completely lost. I think they're just kind of like, all right, let's try this.
I keep saying about those type of guys, much like the Malik Willis of the world, the Kyler Murrays, the Tuas. I just feel like Kansas City should be the destination for them. Prove that you can go out and win, and then really get a big contract. Have them ready for when Patrick Mahomes comes back, and then look, go make some big money. Because if you can keep them afloat until Patrick Mahomes comes back, you'll get that big bag. I don't know. I don't love it.
Yeah. All right, let's move on.
Nobody wants to wait though, bro. Nobody wants to sit there and go over there knowing I'm just a placeholder until Mahomes get there. Especially when you get an opportunity like Malik Willis, bro. To be honest, man, Malik Willis, this is probably the only time he's going to have opportunity to get this money and start.
Right? He's betting on himself. I ain't mad at him.
Yeah, I don't blame Willis. He got a good deal, and he lives in Miami. I mean,
oh yeah,
he went from Green Bay to Miami, and he got
great place. Great place to live, man. Shout out to everybody.
Oh, and he's a starter, But all right, let's move on.
What blows my mind? The year before last, I was looking at the NFL and I was like, bro, everybody has their quarterback for the next few years. Every team. I thought every team was set a quarterback who they were going to have for the next few years, except for us, except for the Saints. And I was looking, I was like, so I don't think anybody's going to be looking to draft any quarterbacks or free agents. Like I had no idea they were going to be moving on from Tua, Kyler Murray. You know what I'm saying? These guys were not going to have teams 2 years later. That just didn't make any sense. With Justin Fields, all of these people, I just thought that they would solidify where they were, and a team was going to run with them for at least the next 4 years. But
it changes quick. I will not be surprised if after this year, this might be a hot take, if after this year the Eagles moved on from Jalen Hurts. It might sound crazy, but I wouldn't be surprised because I feel like if you aren't elite, the Joe Burrows, the Patrick Mahomes, the Josh Allens, I feel like some teams are like, look, we might have hit our peak with this guy, and let's try another route. I mean, who thought at the time that the Eagles were going to move on from Carson Wentz to Jalen Hurts when they
That's true. That's true.
I did.
Not many though. Not many though. I mean, it just it changes quickly how things can change in this league. It's incredible. All right, let's move on to the next one. We are talking y'all's New Orleans Saints, they have a new running back, Travis Etienne, 4 years, 52 million. That is 13 million per year. We know C probably thinks this is the next Adrian Peterson. Tell us
Oh,
why. C.
go ahead. I'll let you go first on this one.
All right. Um, I think we overpaid for him. I think we overpaid for him. I thought the market value actually was about. I thought that I was listening to the blogs and stuff, and they said we could have got him for like 7 million a year. I was with that, but the 13 mil a year kind of high for me. But I guess we were in a bidding war with somebody or something because I can't see them going between 7 and 13 and paying that much. And I I know I think it's a good move though. I do think it's a good move. I think he can run the ball. He definitely can catch the ball as well. He's from Louisiana. It's gonna be easy to get fans behind him. Um, it does worry me about the future of Alvin Kamara because upon his new renegotiated his contract, but he didn't do it. Not renegotiated. He yeah, that's what it's called, huh? Yeah, he renegotiated it, and he made it a lot more Saints friendly, but he didn't do it in a normal way. From what I hear, it made it easier for them to part ways with him if they decided to. So I think by them signing ETN, it kind of maybe spells the end of the Alvin Kamara era. But if it doesn't, I think that's a hell of a 1-2 punch to have. ETN and Kamara. I don't think it's a drop off when either one of them come out of the game. And you got two younger running backs that'll be there that can just stay on your bench and then get ready for their time. But ETN's he been in the league. This is he's going to his 5th year.
Yeah, something like that. He's like, yeah, he's 27. I know that.
Yeah. So I mean, he's going to his 5th or 6th year tops. He could be our running back for the future. Say this is Kamara's last year, and we got him for the next 4 years. We'll be fine. We'll be fine. I think it was a good move. I think we overpaid a little bit, but I'll take it.
You want me to go next box office or you want to go?
No, you go. You're the Saints fan.
All right, all right. So I put a TikTok out there that I'm not the biggest fan of this move at all. For a few reasons, bro. I know last year he had a good year under Liam Cohen. I get that. The year prior, though, that's the year I was a little concerned with. He didn't even rush for 600 yards in that year. He played 15 games. He didn't have a thousand yards total. That's catching and receiving. To me, him and Kamara, I just think their game is very similar. I do think A10's a little bit better between the tackles, but I just don't love the fit as far as that. Like to me, like when you have a two running back system, you want one that's more of a punishing back. While once I wear you down, I can hit a hole and bam, you all beat up all game long. So now I break a 60-yard run on somebody like Alvin Kamara. To me, these guys are very similar, and I think that the Saints panicked. I really do, and that's why I think I'm more frustrated with this move because they wanted Jeremiah Love. I truly believe they wanted Jeremiah Love in this draft. But after Jeremiah Love's combine, everybody's saying he's the best player in the draft now. And now everybody's saying he's going to go top 5. So the Saints was like, well, shoot, we can't go without getting our running back of the future. But here's where I really have a hard time. Jeremiah Love's only 20 years old. 18 is 27, bro. I'm going to read a couple of names off to you. You know Zeke And I'm giving guys that are really good in their career. Now, unless you think he's LaDainian Tomlinson, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry, Jonathan Taylor, or Saquon Barkley, which I don't think ATN's even on that level. Maybe I'm tripping. But even if I name some of the guys that were elite, Zeke, his best year, and after 2016, he never rushed for another 1,000-yard season. ATN is 27. Gurley, 24. Never rushed for another 1,000-yard season after 24. Le'Veon Bell, 25. ATN is 27, bro. Like that to me, running backs aren't typically great later on in their career. Yes, you have your outliers, LaDainian Tomlinson, Christian McCaffrey, Derrick Henry. Yes, I get that. But ATN has never shown me that he's that guy. He's a good running back, and I hope that I'm completely wrong when I'm looking at this. But I just don't think ATN is going to be the guy that we as Saints fans we're hoping for. It gives me a lot of CJ Spiller vibes. And I know
Hell,
I know you may say hell no right now, but I remember when we signed CJ Spiller. Everybody, including myself, was excited about CJ Spiller coming to the Saints. And I don't know. I don't want to give my hopes up with A10. I don't want to think to myself like, oh, he's gonna be so great this year because I can't say I feel that way. I can't. I saw 2 years ago in 2024 when he rushed for 500 and something yards. Like I saw it. I had him on my fantasy team. I don't love it. I think I'll give it a C, but it does have potential. He's 27. Running backs typically fall off more than continue the greatness that they've shown when they were younger. I would have rather us go in a younger direction.
here's my pushback. All right, the guys you mentioned, Zeke. Who else you said? Zeke,
Bell, Gurley.
Gurley. All right,
Guys that catch the ball out the backfield and
outside
run.
of Bell, Gurley and Zeke both had big injuries, correct?
That's true.
And Bell, he just outpriced himself out the market and ended up going to the
Well, I just gave you some names. Like, tell me a running back that you look at ATN, you say, and I think those guys in their prime are way better than ATN.
I think ATN, they just, to be honest, I don't think that they used him to the best of their abilities in Jacksonville for most of his career. But his first 3 years, 1,000-yard back. Am I right?
That's how most running backs are. Early in their career. Listen to what I'm saying. The good running backs early on in their career are good. They fall off like your Zekes, like your Gurleys, like your Bells. That's what I'm saying. Early on, yeah, they look great. But when they get to that 26, 27, 28, they're not the same guy. And that's why I brought up those guys. ATM may prove me wrong, but I just don't even think he's as talented as those guys are. It's no knock to him. I hope I'm wrong. Sure, I'm a Saints fan. I know you're going to say, no, I'm not. But yes, I am. No, he's 27, and now we're hoping that he's going to be that guy. And I truly believe we panicked. And I'll even add this. They gave Kenneth Walker $1 more million. He's 2 years younger. I would have rather us go get Kenneth Walker. Give him the extra $1 million. Fight with Kansas City to get Kenneth Walker.
I agree. But here's my thing. I would say that last year, where he didn't get 1,000-yard, would be the outlier. Because this season, he got it, right?
He did.
So 4 out of his first 5 years, he had 1,000-yard. He was 1,000-yard back. So I look at him as a person, and I don't believe they used him right in Jacksonville for most of his career. I think maybe last year was the best thing they used him, best way they used him. And if you look at the year before last or whatever that he had the bad year, if you remember, he was splitting carries that year. They had him splitting with Tootin or whatever his name was, right?
You don't think he's gonna split carries in New Orleans right now, based on what we know right now?
I do believe he's gonna split carries, but I believe the carries that he's gonna split will be. Let me see. I'll take 600-700 yards from him, and we
For
get
$13 million a year.
Because Kamara's gonna probably retire after next year. So I'll
And
take
then ATN's gonna be 28.
and then he's going to. That's what my whole point is. His usage rate. His usage rate was high when he first got to Jacksonville. Then they got Tootin in there. They dropped it and tried to put it in half. He split carries, and he still was like a 600-700 yard back, right? So
500 yards.
5. He split carries, and he got 500 yards.
In 17 games, well, he played 15. Let me say that. He played 15 games, 500 yards.
Oh, he was splitting carries, bro. Here's my thing. Kamara, just like Box Office said, Kamara's never had 1,000 yards. This man.
No, I agree. I agree. What I'm saying is, when you're paying a guy, are you looking at what he's done or what he's going to do? And I'm saying I don't think ATN's going to do what he's done. I'm saying that was his best years. If you think he's going to be that guy, I'm hard pressed to believe that. I think that running backs typically perform well like that early on, and then they kind of fall off when they get to their 27, 28, unless you're LaDainian Tomlinson, Derrick Henry, Christian McCaffrey. You got to be elite, and I don't see him as that. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that fool comes in and rushes for 2,000 yards. I just don't think he's that guy.
Agree to disagree, man. I really like ATN. I liked him last year. I was a big Jag fan last year.
You was
a lot because of him. So and I knew with him getting the touches that he got, and after they traded Tootin or whatever his name is, I was like, it's gone. It's up from there. I had him on my fantasy league. Team, and I started him every game. Man,
right.
He's gonna be good for us, bro. He's gonna be good for us. And we gave him a 4-year deal.
Yeah, bro.
3 out of them 4 years will be good. We'll be good with him.
I hope, like I said, I hope you're right. I
do agree. I agree that the Saints panicked. They did want Jeremiah Love, but they were gonna have to, guess what? Trade assets to move up to get him, because he's not gonna be there at 8.
I would have traded assets to move up and go get him.
I don't know, man. Not when I can go get a free agent now at 8. I can.
You can. You can do Caleb Downs now. I get what you're saying, but I'm not mad at that.
Y'all are going offensive line. That's what y'all like to draft.
I think it's Caleb Downs or Jordan Tyson or Cardell Tate. That's who I think is going to be one of them 3.
I hope it's Tate.
Congrats on the Tyler Linderbaum of the draft. All right, I'm gonna go next.
But I would be so.
This is history on the show. I actually think the Saints did a good job here.
Yep. I know you told me. Yep.
For once, I like this. I think more than both of y'all. Travis Etienne, for his 4 years, has ran for 1,000 3 times. He's he's the Michael Pittman of running backs.
Yep.
Very reliable, runs through the tackles. I think he's a better back than Kamara. It's not as sexy and as flashy, but I think he does the job. I just don't like when running backs don't rush for 1,000. That bothers me. I get Kamara caught a bunch of balls does a whole lot of other things, but he fit more with like Drew Brees and that offense. I like Travis Etienne going forward. Is it a little overpay? Sure, but they're not paying their quarterback, so I don't care. When you're not paying your quarterback, you got to pay somebody. It's kind of like what I said about Vegas and paying Linderbaum. You got to pay somebody at that point if you're not paying the quarterback. He's 27. At the end of this contract, if he makes it through, he'll be 31. Not terrible. I think it's a good move for the Saints. I think he's way better than Kamara right now. I think Kamara's washed. I think the Saints need to I think the Saints need to cut him, and I think the Saints will cut him.
There's no way, man. They're not gonna cut him this year.
no way does Kamara just accept this. Like, how does he accept this? I mean, he can go be a starting running back somewhere in the league. Why can't Kamara go to the Seahawks? Why not? Like, I think that's a good move at this point of his stage at this stage of his career. So I don't think when you pay someone a running back 13 mil a year, Kamara's not getting the load of the carries there. He knows time's up. And I think the Saints should cut him to even give ETN the role and say, ETN, we gave you the money, we're giving you the ball. Now do it to us in your home state. Prove it to us. So I like this move actually more than what y'all had with Kamara. Y'all weren't going to get Jeremiah Love because he's not making it out the top 5, I don't think. I like this move for the Saints, shockingly.
But I do like what you said, see, as far as this. The Louisiana people gonna get behind him for sure, for sure.
Yeah. That's the only way they could have let Kamara leave. I'll say that because because I would have been furious. Right now, I don't want to see. Y'all know how I feel about Kamara leaving. I don't want to see him leave. I don't, but I can.
Now you're okay with it. Now you're okay with
I
it.
can swallow that pill a little bit better now. Knowing we have a solid replacement if he leaves.
Yeah, I think it makes all the sense in the world. Either way, though, if Kamara does come back to the Saints, he's got 1 year left. This is it for Kamara. Like, he's not going to be a Saint after this year, even if he's on the roster this year. This is it. Like,
if you hear him talk, I watch interviews all the time. I think he's fine with that. I actually think he's planning on retiring next year.
I could see that too. I just don't see him playing for the Saints, not this year, but the year after. I just don't see it. I don't see it. All right, let's move on. I just mentioned Seattle. The Super Bowl MVP goes to Kansas City. 3-year deal, 43 mil, which is 14.3 mil a year, a mil more than what ETN's getting a year. How do you grade this one?
I give this one. It's gonna be kind of crazy what I'm about to say, because I love the pickup for Kansas City, but I think schematically, ATN would have fit them better.
Oh yeah,
because I don't think that Kenan Walker catches the ball good enough in that system. But nonetheless, it's still a great pickup. It's just I think ATN would have fit a little bit better just with him as pass catching ability. But I'll still give this a B because Kenneth Walker's a dog. I love Kenneth Walker coming out of college, and it could be an A if he can catch the ball better. In the Super Bowl, he had a couple of drops. So Kansas City's not, just throwing in the towel because Patrick Mahomes is hurt. Them fools is like, we trying to build something when Patrick Mahomes comes back. We gotta have some dogs on deck for him to get the ball to. So I'll give it a B plus. But if Kenneth Walker can get his hands right, or they can get a little scat back to come in and catch the ball behind Kenneth Walker, this could be really, really dangerous moving forward with Kansas City in that offense.
I think I give it a C for Seattle and a C for Kenneth Walker and a B for Kansas City. C for Seattle because how you let the Super Bowl MVP leave, bro. That's come on, bro. He's not one of those Super Bowl. What was his name? Damn, what was the dude's name for Dallas? The the DB. I keep wanting to say Larry Allen, but that wasn't it.
Larry Brown.
Larry Brown. He's not one of those Super Bowl MVPs that goes and signs a big deal in Oakland for the Raiders.
Oh.
But he's a legit good back in the league. And I get it. What's their backup name? They was sort of split with Cabernet.
I felt like they liked him better. I swear I felt like they liked him better during the regular season.
I think they did too, but he just showed you that he's better. I mean, he just showed you that. But I get it. But I would have kept both of them. I'd have kept both of them, and I would have kept both of them, and I would have traded Charbonnet and got me some bread for him, got me some picks for him or something. But I give it a C for him because that's not an offense he's gonna be featured in. He's not gonna be featured in that offense, and I get it. Like you want to stay on a winning trajectory, and when Mahomes come back, y'all gonna be right there again. And I don't know. For personally, I would have been like, I want to go somewhere I'm gonna be featured at. I'm the Super Bowl MVP. I know somebody will give me some good bread right now. Wherever I'll go, I'm gonna go somewhere where I can get buku money and buku carries. You know what I mean? I would go there, but now I don't know that he's going to get there and get those kind of carries that he's used to now. You know what I mean? Because what's his name? Number 10 for Kansas City? Checo. Is he gone?
Maybe. I should check his contract situation.
I think he's still there though. I think, but Pacheco hasn't been the same since that injury, bro.
No, but I mean Pacheco, Kareem Hunt, they still have both of them.
Hunt's gone. I think Hunt's gone. I think Hunt's a free agent.
So Pacheco was just in his final year's contract, and after this deal, you have to believe he's not coming back.
Right.
Yeah, Hunt. I really just don't think anybody else will touch Hunt. I think Hunt signs again to be their little scat back or whatever. But
I think Hunt and Pacheco are gone
this year.
I mean, like both their contracts are up, so I think they're both done in Kansas City after this deal.
Oh, after this season?
No, already.
Oh, they're both of their contracts up this season?
Already, yep.
Oh, okay. Well, shit, yeah, they probably are. I just think I really think Hunt may resign because
maybe 1 year.
Yeah, I think they liked him better than Pacheco anyway. Then they were just so focused on trying to keep Pacheco because he had been so good for him earlier, and Hunt had gotten all that trouble, and then he was just bringing him back. But anyway, Kansas City, I give them a B because they needed a legit starting running back. Pacheco wasn't that, and Kareem Hunt, he was to me. Kareem Hunt was their best back, and he was legit to me. But I just don't think they gave him the volume that they should have been giving him. So now I think they have somebody that they can say, all right, we had a legit running back to go with the best quarterback in the league. Now we've addressed our need, and they did it. And I think that Andy Reid's gonna find a way to use him. And I think they made a good move, bro. I give them a B.
All right. I like this move. I think it's a win-win on both sides. It's not an A, but I think it's a B. Kenneth Walker was a stud at Michigan State. You saw flashes in Seattle. I actually didn't like that they used Charbonnet throughout the regular season. I thought Kenneth Walker is a guy that you have to continue feeding. Mm-hmm. And he gets better the more you feed him. And we saw that during the playoffs because exactly. We saw that because Charbonnet wasn't around anymore and they had no one else to feed. And he got better, and won Super Bowl MVP. I think Kansas City's going to realize that. Like I said, Kareem Hunt and Pacheco are out of there. So I know, X mentioned that he's not the best back catching the ball. That's fine. They could find someone else to be the second guy that just does that. I think this is a win-win. He got his Super Bowl MVP, won a ring. Now he goes to another contender with the even better quarterback, and he got his money. I like the move. I think this is a win-win. I think this is a win-win all around. Okay.
What'd
you say?
Even for Seattle, you think it's a win?
No, I'm talking about it's a win for Walker and it's a win for Kansas City. For Seattle, I don't think it. I think they need another guy. I'm not a Charbonnet guy. He played good last year, but then he got a major injury.
Yeah.
Is he even going to be ready for the start of the year? Like, I think they should go get Kamara. And then you split Kamara and Charbonnet once Charbonnet gets healthy. If I was Seattle, that's what I would do. And I think you can get Kamara for the cheap now.
Yeah, send me JSN, man. Y'all can have Camaro. I'll do that. I'll do that. I might even send him a pick with that. Send him a third rounder.
All right. Next one, we're going to talk about the great Kenny Pickett to the Panthers. No, I'm kidding.
I'm about to say, come on, man.
All right, we're done with free agency. We're going to go to a big trade.
No, we not.
No, I'm talking about, I'm done naming names in terms of the free agent signings. We're going to continue talking about it, though. I got a trade I want to talk about. Trent McDuffie to the LA Rams. They gave up that end of the first round pick for him. I believe a third and something else. What are your thoughts? Who won this trade?
I think it's a good trade for both teams. To be honest with y'all, I know y'all may say XU Wallen, but anytime you can get a first round pick for a player, I know McDuffie's good. There's no knock about that. The Rams, they're right there. They're trying to win right now. So they're going all in right now to try to win a Super Bowl before Matthew Stafford retires. So I get it. And right now, even though the Chiefs, I know y'all may say with an X, the Chiefs are trying to win too. But the Chiefs right now need to build something. A lot of their guys, Travis Kelce's gotten old. Patrick Mahomes is hurt. So they're trying to build something. I have no issue with them getting rid of Trent McDuffie this year. Do I think Kansas City's going to win the Super Bowl this year? I don't. I think Patrick Mahomes will come back a little too late, and that division is just so stacked that they won't be in play for this year. But with those picks that they got, I think next year they make their prime, run at it again. So I like this trade for both. I think it's an A+ for both of them.
And just to recap, it's the end of the first round draft pick, a fifth, a sixth, and the third next year. Plus, the Rams had to give him the biggest cornerback contract ever. Did they overpay their ex?
Y'all know how I feel about that. I absolutely hate when they give anybody big money besides the quarterback. But I'm not going to be mad at it because they had the money and the Rams are ready to win right now. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to say go ahead and do it because the Rams, that window's closing. It's closing soon. Matthew Stafford's not going to be young forever. I know that you may say, well, Eggs, they can go get somebody else to back up Matthew Stafford and maybe take over that team moving forward. But right now, I think the Rams have, on the chessboard said, okay, checkmate. Now we got the corner. We still got our receivers. We got Matthew Stafford. We're trying to win the Super Bowl this upcoming year. So I'm okay with it.
Okay. See?
I think it's an excellent move by Los Angeles, bro. I think it's an excellent move. I think the trade was excellent and signing him to the biggest contract for a cornerback ever. They did the same thing with Jalen Ramsey a few years back, bro. The one thing about LA is they will make a move. They will make a move. This regime of LA, they'll make a move, and it'll have you thinking. I mean, damn, that was a lot they gave up, but I see why they did it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it always pays off immediately. You know what I mean? We could start with Stafford. You know what I'm saying? The Stafford move paid off immediately. Jalen Ramsey move paid off immediately. Is this one going to pay off immediately? Probably so. It can't hurt them. You know what I mean?
I want to add this when you talk to see what you just said. We just talked about Seattle lost Kenneth Walker. Seattle's losing people. Mm-hmm. I mean, you could make a case that the Rams are the favorite to win the Super Bowl next year right now.
Yeah, you're right. Because it took Seattle beating them again the last
Right.
that for me to believe in Seattle. But I'll say that was a good move for them. And McDuffie's got to be the happiest person in the NFL right now because he goes from strong to strong. He went somewhere, got big money, and he didn't have to go to a suck team like most people have to. So he had to be the happiest guy in the NFL right now. So I think it was a win on all sides. I think Kansas City they believe in their drafting. They're drafting and they got a first round pick for a cornerback and they didn't have to pay him. Hey man, their team is mostly built on offense. So they ain't gonna do, and I guarantee they're not gonna go draft a cornerback with that 26 pick or whatever, 28 pick.
29, yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna draft another offensive weapon over there in Kansas City. Because that's what they build their team on.
Well, they got the 9th pick and the 29th now in this draft.
Yeah. Bro, I just think I think it works out for both teams involved and the player.
Yeah, I think that's a win for both the sides. The issue with the Rams and why they didn't win the Super Bowl is their secondary was terrible and their special teams was bad. But this fills a huge hole. And Les Snead has constantly said F them picks. And every time they've said that, it's paid off for them. And they still have that. I think it's the 13th overall pick. So I love this move by the Rams. I don't, like Heck said, I don't like when you give that much money to somebody that's not a quarterback. However, with the weapons they already have on that team, it's cool. It's gonna pay off. I think the Rams are Super Bowl favorites for next year.
Yeah, for sure. I agree with y'all.
They're stacked. He's gonna practice against Puka Nakua and Devontae Adams every day. That's gonna make McDuffie even better. He's also from Southern California, so he's going home. I think this is a win-win for both sides. I think the Chiefs got really good value back. You get a first, a third, a fifth, and a sixth. I mean, what else could you ask for a corner? So I think this is a win-win on both sides. All right, now next free agency topic. Give me a move that's flying under the radar that you really like, and give me a move people aren't talking about that you absolutely hate.
All right, I'll give you the one that I like first, and I'll let y'all give y'all's, and I'll tell you the one I hate. The one that I really, really like, believe it or not, is Isaiah Likely to the Giants. I know y'all may think that's like crazy, but I think with Malik Neighbors coming back, Scatterboo coming back, what we saw what Jackson Dart did, you give him a weapon like Isaiah Likely. I like that. I think that's a very underrated move. I think Isaiah Likely could be big time for the Giants this upcoming season. So that's probably my sleeper pickup.
It has to be a free agency signing, or are we including trades in this?
Yeah, you can include trades.
Oh, well, that makes my decision way easy. DJ Moore to the Bills. That was a very good trade. It helps the Bills tremendously. Josh Allen sitting over there with no number one receiver to throw to for years. He got one now. I guarantee you that. And I think that helps the Bills. That puts them right back where they needed to be. They lost. Who they lose in the playoffs to this year? Broncos, yeah. DJ Moore on the field with them. I think they may win that game because it was a shootout, really, and he just ran out of bullets. So it gives him more bullets in his gun, somebody else to throw to, and I think that's a really, I ain't gonna say it's not even really sneaky, but it's a dope move by the Bills trading to go get DJ Moore, and they didn't have to even give up much for him.
Okay. Uh, one move I really like is that the Steelers picked up Rico Dowdle.
That is a good pickup.
Yeah.
Rico Dowdle is used to having to carry the ball with someone else in the backfield as well. It's him and Jalen Warren. I think it's overall an upgrade over Kenneth Gainwell. Um, he's also a veteran. He's gotten better and better every year. I think this is a great move by Pittsburgh. It's flying under the radar. So a move someone no one is paying attention to, but I think it's a really good move that I think that could benefit them a lot next year. So I like that move. Now give us
Oh,
a move you hate
all right.
that we
And
haven't talked.
I was gonna give y'all something small, but I'm gonna give y'all a big one. And it's gonna be one that I hate what the team's doing. And I know y'all gonna laugh because y'all like throwing this team under the bus. Bro, why the Jets just don't trade Brees Hall, bro? Why are y'all doing this, bro? I hate that. With how much money Travis Etienne just got, Kenneth Walker just got, why are you holding Brees Hall hostage? He don't even want to be there. He's come out and said he don't want to be there. So why not move on from him? Get something. You shouldn't even like. I hate this whole situation. Like Brees Hall don't want to be there. The Jets don't want to let him go. You franchise tag him for what? Like to me, that's the move that they need to just suck up their pride and say, look, Brees, you don't want to be here. Cool. We're gonna move you. And maybe you won't get what you could have got for him before he came out and said you don't want to be there. But still, I'm gonna move on from. There's no reason to, you wasted your franchise tag. The man don't even want to be there. I'm not gonna say boy, the man don't even want to be there. So that's probably the move that I hate the most as far as everything that I've seen this offseason. The fact that they franchise tagged him and he don't even want to be there.
Damn, man, that was a good one. That was a real good one, bro. I don't I you make mine seem stupid. Um I really the one I hate is for the Colts, man. They let Pittman go.
Yeah.
That's very bad. Very, very bad. I know that's your squad. I know you couldn't have been happy getting that alert to your phone. You probably
I did expect it after the Pierce signing though.
yeah. I mean, you probably felt like I felt when I saw Demario Davis sign with the Jets. So
Mhm.
I mean, that I don't like that one. Both of those I just mentioned I hate, and one for a more sentimental reason than the other one. But for a team signing, I think that was a bad one. I mean, but not signing him or letting him go.
Okay, well, you mentioned mine. Demario Davis to the Jets. I mean, the Mario Davis is old as y'all are. I mean, come on. What the hell are the Jets doing, bro?
Don't
Go the
disrespect us.
go the young route, man. I don't understand the Jets, man. Like go young, and I understand their coach is a defensive guy, right? So he knows defense, but they need to figure out the offense, bro. It doesn't matter how good your defense is. Your offense is trash, and you're not going to get anywhere until you get it right. The Jets are even considering bringing back Geno Smith. Are you kidding me? Like
Oh my God, that'll be the
that's the
most.
most Jets thing I think I've ever heard in my life.
I would
Um,
love that. That would make my day. That
Tavario
that would
Davis.
really make me smile. I could be in the middle of having a bad day and I see the Jets sign Geno Smith. I would literally bust out laughing.
The Mario Davis is 37, bro. What are we doing, man? I'm not
Watch
saying
your
that.
mouth. Watch your mouth.
Come on, man. Go the young route. What are you doing? I don't get the move at all. It just doesn't make sense to me. He started his career off with the Jets, so he knows the franchise and he's lived in that area. So I understand the move for him. But at the end of
Leadership.
man, I mean, all
The
that
Jets
leadership.
need leadership. They do. That's what they need.
all that leadership. If Geno Smith's your quarterback, it don't matter. So,
wow. Well, I'm glad you said that because I was thinking like when someone was talking about this, it was kind of crazy because I love N'Kobe Dean going to the Raiders. I know y'all. We
I
didn't talk
would have
about
liked Kobe Dean to go to the Jets.
right, but I was gonna bring up the Cardinals. I actually like the fact that they got my boy running back from Atlanta. I can't think of his name.
Alzier.
Alzier, yeah, him. But then you go off and sign Garner Minshew.
Oh, yeah.
Like what are you doing, bro?
Well, see, I
Like
actually
what are you doing?
I don't mind the Minshew move because it's a 1 year, and they're basically telling you we're just gonna wait for next
We
year.
do that. We said that last week on the show. Like that's what they're doing. That's
I think that's
crazy.
what Miami should have done. So nothing against Demari Davis, but dude's 37. I mean, come on, bro. Like you go Quay Walker, go N'Kobe Dean, go a young linebacker and build that way. I don't know, man. Nothing the Jets do makes sense to me. Absolutely
Who Quay
not.
Walker signed with?
Oh, Vegas as well.
Yes, bro. Vegas, hey, bro. See you sleeping on Vegas.
Yeah, I'll take that bet.
No, Quay Walker, the
Make it
Kobe
light on
Dean.
yourself. Make it
Bro,
light
hey,
on yourself.
Vegas might be the winner of free agency so far.
Man, wake me up when you stop dreaming, bro.
I mean, Tennessee's been good, but Tennessee had a boatload of money. A boatload of money, bro.
Yeah, I mean they had to spend in some. I actually don't mind the Wandale Robinson move there.
I like that move. That's underrated too.
Yeah.
Do you know he had 92 catches and over 1,000 yards last year?
Yeah.
I saw that stat and I was like, Wandale Robinson had that, and he's really young.
He was a good player.
Hey man, I hear all that, but we're gonna talk about this. The Saints getting David Edwards. What y'all think about that?
I think it was a good move. They need the other guard help for sure. I'm always for. That's why I told you. See, I'm for you protecting your asset. If that, like, for sure, I'm always about paying the quarterback, but you gotta protect them. You gotta protect them. That's why I'm okay with what the Raiders are doing. That's why I'm okay with what the Saints are doing. The Saints spend a lot of high draft picks to protect their quarterback, and now you go out and sign a guard that can help protect your quarterback. So yeah, I love what the Saints did right there. I actually like that move more than like the ATM move. And the ATM move is the one that everybody else is like talking about.
I think that the fact that we got both of them was a move in the right direction. And I've been telling you for years, hey, bro, stop using these highest draft picks on offensive linemen. You can get one in free agency. This is what they should have been doing. You know what I mean? And then that way you don't blow a draft pick on a Trevor Penning, on a Cesar Ruiz, bruh.
Caesar gonna be all right, man. Stop doing that, man.
Caesar be all right, man, but he's the worst. Do you realize that Cesar Ruiz is the worst graded guard in the league, bruh? He's the worst position in the league, bruh. And this is not just last year. This is like 3 years and counting, bruh. He's a center playing guard, bro. He really needs to be a center. Like,
yeah, that's the thing. Yep.
But and that's why anyway, I liked it. Them getting Edwards, that made me smile today. Seeing that more than the ETN signing. I was more excited about that because I believe we'll be fine. We would have been fine if we just had a move. We had to address the running back, but if we did want to trade assets and go ahead and move up and get Love. But if you don't want to trade assets and you want to just sign a free agent, we signed a good free agent. You sign a guard. I mean, I loved it. I think we had. You mentioned Tennessee. Hell, I think we went in free agency right now. With that, and the one move I didn't really care for is Noah Fant. I'm not a Noah Fant fan, bro. I don't think he moves the needle.
I mean, y'all didn't overpay for him or anything.
I wouldn't have paid shit. I don't want him.
I don't think it's like that irrelevant of a move. I'm like, whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but right now, how about we just focus on Juwan Johnson, bro? We got him. He's still under contract. He's better than Noah Fant. Why'd you get Noah Fant? Like, I don't see first day of free agency. You go draft a backup tight end. I mean, not draft. You go go sign a backup tight end. I just could see we could have done so much more.
So you're not upset that we lost Alante Taylor?
I am, but not really. I think we can replace him. I wouldn't pay him what he got. You know what I'm saying? He got top corner money, and he's a linebacker.
Bro, what?
Alante Taylor's a linebacker, bro. He's not
bro.
Alante Taylor, the best at his best is when he's blitzing out the edge. He cannot cover anybody one-on-one. He's a linebacker or a safety, bro. He's not a corner. He's not a man corner. He's not. He's a nickel corner or a safety. But he plays better as an outside linebacker, Russian, bro. I really think that. So I definitely wouldn't. I'm trying to see what he got. He got a lot of money, bro. We wasn't paying him that. I was glad we didn't pay him that. I always like to keep our good players. You know that. But 3 years, 60 million, 42 guaranteed. Man, I'll catch you, number one. We need that big anyway.
Well, David Edwards, I give the Saints a B, but I give David Edwards personally an F+.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
The guy went from Matthew Stafford to Josh Allen to Spencer, the future Rattler. I don't want to hear Tyler Shuck. Y'all told me the future was the snake. I mean,
and then we call you Shuck. Shucky ducky quack quack.
He is not the future either. I mean, David Edwards, what the hell are you doing? Do you want to win? I mean, come on, man. I know he got a ring with the Rams, but he's gonna win. He's gonna win the NFC South third place ring now. So. David Edwards, you're about to lose your mind.
He's gonna be so happy down here, bro. Look, mark my words. Anyone who signs with the Saints right now is at the beginning of something special. I can tell you that. We had no direction. On this day 2 years ago, we didn't have any direction. 2 years later, you're at the beginning of something special. Mark my words.
Yeah.
Y'all want to cover anything else? Free agency.
Who's your winner? Ultimately, what team you thought was your winner for free agency of day one?
Let me go first.
Oh, you gonna go first?
Yep.
Okay.
The Steelers.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I liked Rico Dowdle move. I like the Michael Pittman move. Jamal Dean on defense. You re-sign Asante Samuel. I love what the Pittsburgh Steelers have done. I think they've been great. I think they got better. I think they know they're getting Rodgers back. I think they won the AFC North. Why can't they do it again? I think that the Steelers have won. I'll put my loser out real quick too. Same division, the Cincinnati Bengals.
Bro, why you always hating?
I mean, bro, what are we doing? They got worse. You're losing Trey Hendrickson. We don't know where he's going yet, but he's not going back to Cincinnati. They have done absolutely nothing. I mean, all these teams and these players are getting shifted around, and I'm making fun of the Jets, but at least they're trying something. The Cincinnati Bengals are just sitting there and saying, Joe Burrow, figure it out. And Joe Burrow hasn't made the playoffs in years, and you just expect him to figure it out. And guess what? Max Crosby now has entered your division. So that's another thing we need to talk about, actually, Max Crosby. But But yeah, the Cincinnati Bengals get a F simply because they're not trying. I mean, they're just not doing anything. I don't know what's going on there. I mean, we even said a couple years ago. I said if you're not going to pay Trey Hendrickson or T Higgins, they eventually pay T Higgins. Trade them, get something for him. The Colts would have loved Trey Hendrickson. Now you lose him for nothing. X believes in Shamar Stewart. I don't. I didn't see a damn thing that I liked from him during his rookie year. I don't know what direction they're going in. The Cincinnati Bengals are a disaster, and I'm going to say right now, the Cincinnati Bengals once again will miss the playoffs.
Bro, you a hater, bro. Go ahead, see.
Guaranteed.
It's so many bad moves, man. I can't really narrow it down.
It was your winner too, unless you
Yeah.
just said the Saints, pretty much.
Yeah, I if I'm not gonna be a homer.
Oh, sorry to cut you off. Breaking news: the Carolina Panthers are signing Devin Lloyd, the Jags linebacker.
Good sign.
I agree. 5-year deal.
All right. A winner. I could say a player.
Okay.
Rashid Shaheed. The boy got 3 years, 51 million, 34-7 guaranteed in Seattle.
Yep.
I think that he really won with that because I just couldn't see him getting that anywhere else. Just being honest, he's a one-trick pony. He catches the deep ball and he can return kicks. You know what I mean? So to get that type of money from the Super Bowl champs, he won. He won in it. I'll say that for the player. Team. I just off sheer volume. I'll say Tennessee. Tennessee signed like 8 players today or something. Maybe I just count 7 of them because they signed Mitch Trubisky, and I don't count that. So I mean, I say them off sheer volume. They're my winners. Losers. Teams that didn't make any moves. Jaguars didn't make any moves. The Broncos didn't make any moves. The Browns, the Browns made a move. It was nothing big, but teams that didn't make any moves, you give the impression that you think you straight. And Jacksonville, y'all lost. Y'all didn't retain your starting running back, so you needed to make a move at least there. There's teams that didn't make any moves on the first day of free agency, man. You got to do something. I feel like.
Okay. My biggest loser, I'll start there, is Seattle. I just feel like you losing Kenneth Walker was such a big deal for me. Because Charbonnet's coming off of an injury. How do you replace that running game? That running game is what got you. That running game was the MVP in the Super Bowl. So you losing that's big for me. Big. I think Kobe Bryant signed somewhere else too, huh?
The Bears.
The Bears, yeah. So like he left. So I just think Seattle's losing pieces. And that happens on a championship team, but Kenneth Walker should have been somebody that they tried to keep around. I think they should have kept him around more than Rashid Shaheed. And I like Shaheed, but Kenneth Walker is just different to me.
Yeah,
but my biggest
Walker money.
but my biggest winner, I've told you, I'm going with the Las Vegas Raiders. I know you don't want to hear that, see, but no, listen. Because I wanted to, I feel like they never overpaid for anybody. They got 3-year deals left and right. They got Quay Walker, and the Kobe Dean. They got stop doing that. Stop doing. Be respectful. See, don't start yawning.
I'm just saying, I'm getting sleepy hearing this shit.
And then they got Jalen Naylor, who's a good little receiver. I'm not saying he's gonna go out there and be number one for sure, but he can be a nice little addition to that receiving core. Eric Stokes is solid. They traded for Terry Johnson from Buffalo. That's a good pickup. Lindenbaum is their prize free agent, to me, in my opinion, besides those linebackers. And then Quiddy Pay, I think, is a decent pickup as well. So I think that the Raiders are doing something. They're building, if you notice, they're really building their defense up, and they get in the offensive line. And now they're about to move into the draft. They're gonna get the quarterback number one. They already got the tight end, the running back. Hey man, the Raiders are building. See, hey bro, don't say I didn't tell you early on, bro. I think the Raiders, bro. You said that said the Saints are in great position for the next, like, in the next 2 years. You'll see. I think the Raiders will be one of those teams that you look at and say, oh, they got some if they hit on Fernando Mendoza.
Hey, bro. What do what do the Raiders? The Raiders, Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion have in common?
Oh, here we go, bro. Come on, bro.
All three are ass. That's it.
See.
That's it, man.
Be respectful,
Bro. That's it's a good thing for them, but it's a bad thing for the Raiders.
Bruh, you crazy, bruh. You crazy, bruh. All right, that's how it wins and loses.
I want to add one more loser. That's the Atlanta Falcons.
Oh yeah.
Come on, man. You think Tua was a bad pickup?
Like, what is that move? I just I just don't understand.
Well, Penix might be hurt. I mean, I don't know.
I just
it's
don't.
A 1 year deal, right?
Yeah, it's a 1 year deal. I don't know if y'all ever seen the meme on Twitter, bro. I was dying of laughing. They said the Falcons going from Penix to Tua, and it's like one guy on another guy's shoulders, and he like flips over, and the guy that flips over looks like the same guy from before. And he's basically saying like that's the Falcons. Like I don't understand, bro. Like
I'm gonna tell you, I disagree with you. I think the guy that we can look back. I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but if there was somebody who was gonna say, you know what, kind of like the Sam Darnold effect, I think it's gonna be Tua in Atlanta.
Hell no.
I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm saying what
injury prone.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. If they can keep him upright. They have the weapons. They have the weapons to be
they
great.
Have the weapons in Miami. Like he's injury prone. I don't like injury prone guys. He's an injury waiting to happen, and I hate to say that because I don't wish anybody get hurt. But bro, and it's like deadly injuries. Like
would you be surprised if Tua's the starter next year?
No, he might be.
No, I'm saying, and stays healthy. Atlanta can win the division for sure.
Just because that's the worst division in football.
Come on, bro.
like you're not impressing me winning that division. I don't know. So it's just I just.
And I'm an A-Chan guy, but I don't think he's Bijan Robinson. Right. I think A-Chan's really good, but I think A-Chan's more of like a.
But they had Tyreek Hill in his prime. They had Waddle as a great number 2. Like they had Mike McDaniel, a great offensive mind. Now you get Kevin Stefanski. Like I just don't get it. I'm not a Tua guy anymore. Like I'm not saying I ever was like crazy, but I did expect a little more. Yeah, I don't know what.
But sometimes you just need a reset, bro. Sometimes you just need a reset.
I guess. I mean, if Penix does not show improvement next year, they might hit the draft after that year. Because
yeah, you're right.
It's a shame because they have a really good offense around these guys, and they're just not. They're not showing up.
Right.
I don't think that they. To be honest, man, I just look at the moves that they made, bruh, Kirk Cousins and Tua wasn't what right now, bruh. I think that you had Kirk Cousins already. You got to pay him anyway. Now he's a dead cap hit. You already had him. I'd have just ran another year with Cousins before I went out and signed Tua, unless you do believe that Tua is going to be your future QB1. But I think I like the Sam Darnold thing that you got going there, except for he's so injury prone. And the injuries are so, like you said, I don't want to say deadly, but they're like career killers. Like, anytime I think of Tua, I picture him on the ground like this, bro.
But I agree with that because y'all know I'm the one that I agree with that. I thought he should have retired after that.
I still think he should retire.
Okay, but I'm saying from a talent perspective, Tua is talented. Like, bro, there's no doubt about it. It's just he got to stay healthy. I think he's talented. I think he's talented for sure. Make all the throws.
But he's injury prone.
I don't think he's top, like he's not top quarterback.
He's not. I'm not sitting there saying he's like Josh Allen talent. No, I'm not saying that. But I feel like he's very accurate. He's an accurate quarterback. He knows how to pick apart a defense. He knows how to read coverages. I like him.
All right, let's move on to a big deal that was made. Max Crosby to the Baltimore Ravens for 2 first-round picks. What are your thoughts?
I think
Baltimore. Go ahead.
See, I want to hear this because y'all might
Baltimore
shoot my head off.
Defense, bro. Baltimore loves some damn defense. You trade 2 first-round picks for Max Crosby. I ain't doing
Raiders.
You might get one from me. You get one, and possibly a second and a third. You're not getting 2 first-round picks for Max Crosby. He's really good. He's great. He's top. I'd say he's top 3 pass rushers in the NFL. But I'm not giving him what I'd say 5. Okay, let's go.
Right. I was like, hold on, 3. I think I can name 3 better, in my opinion. But that's
I mean, if I just sat down and thought of it, I just think. But Max Crosby, I've told y'all how I feel about Max Crosby. I think he's awesome. He and I think it's a great move for him, and I think it's a great move for the Raiders if you can get somebody to give you 2 first round draft picks for a player. How old is Max Crosby?
Only 28.
Really?
Yep. He'll be 29 when the season starts.
I thought Max Crosby was 30, bro.
No.
But no, I still don't give him 2. I still don't give 2 first round picks for him. Because his contract's up, not next year, but the year after next, right?
No, he's got 4 years left.
He's got 4 years left? Maybe it's not that bad. Maybe it's not as bad as I thought it was. I thought he had maybe 2 years left, and they were going to have to pay him in 2 years after you've already given up 2 draft picks. And I thought he was 30. So I'm like, he'll be 32. You're going to have to pay him again and all this. It may not be that bad. I still don't think I give up 2 first rounders for. You know who you have to be for me to give up 2 first rounders for you?
Exactly. Good. That's right.
You ain't Max Crosby. It ain't gonna be. It's a quarterback. First off, it's a quarterback that I'm giving you 2 first rounders for, not an edge rusher. But I mean, if they like it, I love it. It works out good for all the Ravens. They love defense, bro. They love defense. They had a good defense last year. Now they're gonna be even better. And if I could say their biggest problem last year, it definitely wasn't edge rushing. It was
hell no, it was D-line, bro.
The biggest problem?
The Ravens, yeah, that was their issue. They have an awesome secondary. They have Roquan Smith at linebacker. They were missing sack guys. Like Kyle Van Noy, a linebacker, led them in sacks last year.
I still don't think that they have their number 1 receiver, bro.
I
I still,
agree.
I still don't think they have that. I think they should have been in the AJ Brown sweepstakes.
Should they be in
Um,
the Brian Thomas sweepstakes?
Well,
hell
what they
yeah,
gonna give? What they gonna give now? They gave up two first round picks
yeah,
for Max Crosby.
I
right.
don't think anybody's giving up a first round for Brian Thomas, anyways.
I don't know. Well, you just told me that they were willing to give Alec Pierce. No, New England was supposed to give him like 100 and some million. Shit, I would give it to Brian Thomas. Not that the 100 million. I'm talking about. I would trade something if that's what you're willing to give Alec Pierce. Respectfully, um, the Raiders won this trade. I said it whenever Michael Parsons got traded. I know that y'all thought Michael Parsons and Green Bay won that trade over Dallas, but I think the Raiders won this trade going away. I'm not mad at the Ravens for doing the trade, but just think about it. You don't do the trade, why don't you just go sign Trey Hendrickson?
Yeah, bruh.
Why are you giving two first round picks away? That makes no sense to me. So yeah, I think the Raiders, bro. I told you, see, I think that the Raiders are on to something. Tom Brady and them boys are working, and they gonna build something, bro. So yeah, I'm not mad, but I think the Ravens ultimately lost in this deal. If I had to say for the Ravens, what grade would I give them? I'll give them a C just because it's Max Crosby. But it's still, like you said, see, two first round picks for a DN that's about to turn 30. Oh no. Oh no. And you gotta forget top fives. You gotta be the guy. I gotta be
Yeah,
getting somebody that's Miles Garrett. Like somebody that is hungry to win right now. I mean, I know my Max Crosby's ready to win, but I'm just saying, no. Um,
give me
yeah,
either
no.
Miles Grant. You have to give me Miles Garrett, or you're gonna have to give me somebody that's gonna be Miles Garrett in my
Or
team.
what? Or what? I think Watt and Miles Garrett are 1-2. Like that's the 1-2. Um,
I like Miles Garrett way more than Miles.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. The Raiders, I give them an A plus because Max Crosby didn't want to be there, and they got two first round picks for him. No, could you imagine if the Jets traded Brees Hall and got a first round pick for him when they said he don't want to be there? That's mind boggling. Shout out to the Raiders, man. The Raiders are building something. I'm telling y'all, man. You're gonna look back and say, now the only question mark, I know box office likes Mendoza a little bit more than maybe we do. If Mendoza pans out, bro, they gonna be a problem in Vegas.
I'm either crazy or I'm on to something, huh? Nah, they
I
crazy.
give it that. I don't think this is like the Kansas City Los Angeles Rams trade where we think they're both winners. It's both AA. No, I think this is an A for the Raiders, a C plus for the Ravens because it. I understand you got pass rusher, but I think you're not losing games because of your defense in the playoffs. Lamar now fantastic in the playoffs. And like you said, see, they don't really have number one. Zay Flowers drops the ball in crucial situations, fumbles the ball. Mark Andrews drops the ball in a crucial situation. Lamar Jackson picks up the ball in some of those crucial situations. I don't think it's the defense that is stopping Baltimore from getting to where they want to go. I think it's their offense in crucial situations.
And it's the receiver position particularly.
All right, so I'm gonna go next. I totally disagree. I actually love this trade for both sides. I think that this was fair value, actually. Two first. I mean, the Colts gave up two first for Sauce. I mean,
Y'all were
McDuffie,
idiots too.
Yeah,
but McDuffie just went for a first, a third, a fifth, and a sixth. Like maybe we're underrating how much these teams are willing to give up. What the Packers give up for Micah, Kenny
They give
Clark, and what?
I know for sure. I think a first, huh?
I think two firsts and
Yeah,
Kenny
two
Clark.
first. Yeah, I thought that was too. That's too much, man. Like you come on, bro. Because if an
I'll
injury happens, that's what y'all gotta think. That's what I learned in fantasy. I know y'all might say, "Oh, X, that's fantasy," but it's the truth. If Max Crosby gets hurt, you lost in the trade by four. It's just that's just too risky for me. You didn't get anything else in return.
I actually like it. I mean the Ravens, their issue was D line, bro. Their leading sacker had 5 sacks last year. Like I know I'm getting Max Crosby, and he's gonna give me 10 in that defense next year. Plus, he's great against the run. He gives me relentless effort. Like the Raiders are down 20. This guy's making plays.
But you could have signed
Um,
Trey Hendrickson for that.
Trey
Hey,
Hendrickson's
Saints.
3 years older.
Hey,
Like,
True.
Saints. Hurry up and sign Cam Jordan.
oh,
These motherfuckers had 5 sacks as their leading sacker, and they gonna sign him. I'm telling you.
um,
Oh my god.
uh,
5? I did not know that, bro.
bruh, their issue on defense was D line. They actually have a really good secondary. You got Malachi Starks, you got Wiggins, you got Marlon Humphrey, you got Kyle Hamilton. You just need somebody rush the passer. Trey Hendrickson is good, but Max Crosby's 3 years younger. Um, I, I,
But here's
I,
my thing with that. Uh, I understand that their leading sacker had 5. Um, you don't have to sack the quarterback every time. If you can get good pressure on him and force him to throw bad throw to the secondary. Like you said, they have an elite secondary. They have nice linebackers.
but sacks don't hurt.
Huh?
But sacks don't hurt.
They don't hurt, but shit, I can get somebody to help my D line without giving up 2 first rounders. I can get
Maybe,
somebody.
But
maybe,
I'd
but
take Henderson. I'd take Henderson when he's 3 years older and my 2 first rounders and walk away happy as hell.
100%. Out of 100%. Who was that the Panthers just signed?
Philip.
Jalen Phillips.
I'd have signed his ass before I would have gave 2 first-round picks, bro.
I don't know about that. But also I think Crosby's even better against the run. So I think he covers so many issues that the Ravens could have. I like this move a lot. But I also like the move for the Raiders. You're not going to win with Max Crosby right now, anyways.
Right.
So you might as well look for another Max Crosby and have him for the next 5-6 years. So I think this is a rare win-win on both sides. This makes all the sense in the world. I don't know if y'all heard the Jamar Chase sound bite. He was playing video games and somebody recorded him and he was pissed. He was like, bro, we let this fool go to the Raiders. Like I mean, to the Ravens in our division. He was pissed off. Like I said, what the hell are the Bengals doing? Like Max Crosby's about to go hunt Joe Burrow. TJ Watt's gonna hunt him. Myles Garrett's gonna hunt him. What are we doing? Y'all talk about, oh, the Ravens don't have a true number one. Okay. Burrow's got 2 number ones. Is he even making the playoffs? No. Like I think I'd rather have Mark Andrews, Zay Flowers, and Derrick Henry and Max Crosby on defense, along with Kyle Hamilton, Malachi Starks, instead of just T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, and my defense never doing a damn thing.
Yeah,
and
but
they
you
just
say
lost Trey Hendrickson. Like what? I think the Ravens got way better than the Bengals off of this.
Hey, it might be better than the Bengals, but
they
much.
came down to the last game of the year against the Steelers. Like with Max Crosby, you don't think they could get over that hump? Like I think this is a great move. Whoever they were going to draft at number 14 or 15, whatever the pick the Raiders got, isn't better than Max Crosby today.
no.
I mean, I think this is a rare win-win for both sides. And like I said, I don't know what the Bengals are doing. They're just sitting down and watching everybody else.
If you give up 2 first-rounders, do you believe they were Max Crosby away from Super Bowl?
I think they possibly, yeah.
I can't say that, man.
I don't know. I just feel like the window's closing anyway on the Ravens. So when you say Trey Hendrickson's 3 years older, I'm not worried about that because the window's closing. We need to win now. Trey Hendrickson needs to come in now and be that guy. I'm not giving up 2 first rounds, bro.
But you're not going to win now with those 2 first rounders. They're rookies.
Yeah, but what I'm saying about bringing in Trey Hendrickson, you may be able to add a receiver. What if I'm just throwing a name out there because I like him? I'm not saying y'all like him, but let's say they draft either Jordan Tyson or Makai Lemon, and they become a stud at wide receiver, and Zay Flowers their number 2, and now they have Trey Hendrickson with it with that. I'll much rather that.
But
Much rather that.
I rather get Max Crosby, give up those 2 firsts. Even though I'm not the biggest fan, go trade your 3rd round pick for Brian Thomas, and let's roll that way.
Jacksonville's not giving you Brian Thomas for a 3rd round pick.
I don't know what Jacksonville's expecting for Brian Thomas.
At
They're not getting a
least
first.
I think they want a first. I really
They're
believe
not
they want
getting
a
a,
first.
they're not
They're
getting
insane if they think they're gonna get a first, bro.
they're not getting a first.
After this season, zero
Right.
chance of getting a first.
They're gonna they'd be lucky at this point to get a 3rd.
No,
I think they can get a third.
I would give up a second for him. I would definitely give up a second for Brian Thomas.
The Saints should get over a second.
I would give up a second for him.
But I like I said, I like this move for both sides. I think the Ravens fixed a huge issue. They have a legit star now on the defensive line that's great against the run, that's great against the pass, that's going to be giving me full effort. I think this is great. He is the definition of a Raider, but he's also the definition of a Raven.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Would be crazy. Would be crazy if them fools went sign Trey Hendrickson too. That would be insane.
That would be insane, bro.
I mean, that'd be just sick. I mean, imagine Jamar Chase playing video games then.
He'd demand a trade.
OD.
Trade me to the fucking Ravens right now.
I don't know. I like the trade, man. I think the Ravens got a lot better.
Okay.
All right. Anything else y'all want to cover free agency wise? We've taken up 2 hours on it.
No,
I think we covered everything.
Yeah,
right.
By the way, I don't know what's going on with the Cowboys and Trey Hendrickson. Apparently he was going there. Now it's on a standstill. I don't know what the hell my Colts are doing. Go get him. Like, I don't know.
No. I heard the Cowboys too. I don't know what's going on.
All right. Well, we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on to some college basketball real quick. We're gonna talk about the undefeated Miami of Ohio, the Red Hawks. Somebody that we've never talked about on the show, but they're 31-0, and they're talking about they still might be on the bubble. Because they're in a smaller conference. If they don't win their conference tournament, they will be, let's say, 31-1 or 32-1 or 33-1. Should they be on the bubble after going 31-0 in the regular season?
No.
Yeah, I'm a Gliss. Yeah.
No, man. That's preposterous to have them on the bubble, bro. I understand that they're not in one of the premier conferences. They're in a mid-major, right? Bruh, 31-0 is 31-0. They didn't lose anything. There's no way they should still be on the bubble for the tournament. They should most definitely be in there. They should be most definitely be in there because they stumble in their tournament, which I don't think they're gonna stumble in their tournament. That there's no way a 31-1 team should miss. You know what I mean? So I think it'll be a travesty for them to be left out of the tournament at this time and having them on the bubble. It says, especially, bro, 68 teams. How are they on the bubble?
Well, that's what I was about to point to. The fact that you have them ranked number 20 in the country. They're currently ranked 20, right? I believe.
Yeah.
They're ranked at 20, number 20.
They are 20, yeah.
Why would they be on the bubble? If you rank them number 20 in the country right now, even if they were to lose a game, one game, you mean to tell me they showed up to 32 games and they lost one? They had one letdown, and now you want to punish them and kick them out the tournament? That would be crazy. No, they're a lock. They're a lock. And plus, just for college basketball, this is good. This is good for college basketball. Now you're already gonna be talking about the Dukes, the North Carolinas, those teams. We understand all that, the Kansases, all that. But now we have a team that might be undefeated, and you just want to know: are they gonna lose? When they gonna lose? Who they gonna lose to? That's what you want to see. So no, yeah, they should be a lock to be in.
They're going to lose in the first round of the tournament, but
Wow.
how do they not make the tournament? That's that would say a lot about the tournament itself and the seedings and how you're picking it. That would signal something needs to be changed.
Well, let me ask you this, see, because and I'm Bucks, if I'm gonna let you get, you're gonna talk about it as well. But when you talk about what you're gonna say, I want to know from C. You said they're gonna lose in the first round. If you're ranked number 20 in the country right now, what should your seed be in the tournament?
It depends on what division they have them in the tournament, and they'll be, bro. They're not gonna be any higher than like a 12 seed.
Really? You think they're gonna be a 12 seed? I
Yeah,
disagree.
no, bro. What seed do you think they are?
Oh, I 8.
No, bro. You can't put Miami
I
Ohio.
do. I do. What you want me to tell you? If you telling me you're ranked number 20 in the country right now, at worst you should be an 8 seed. If you're ranked 20 in the country, you believe the people that's voting on this, you voted that they're the 20th best team in the country. If they run the table, how could they not be at least the 8 seed?
Because I
If
know
not higher.
because I know better than that. You know what I'm saying?
I don't. There's no way they're a double digit. If they go undefeated, now if they lose, I can see them being something lower than that. But if they go undefeated, they'll be at least an 8 seed.
All right, I'll go next. Um, Miami of Ohio should definitely not be on the bubble, bro. This is ridiculous. I mean, they're talking about they might be held out if they don't win their conference title. I don't know what they're talking about. Like at 31-0 is 31-0, and I don't care what conference is in. You know the amount of consistency that takes. They've caught my eye ever since they were like 25-0, and I've been following them ever since. And I tuned into the last like 3 games. They've been on TV, and I'm like, I gotta watch them. And the last 3 games have all come down to the end because these teams want to knock them down. And the first game I watched against Western Michigan, they hit a buzzer. And then the other night against Toledo, they pull it out last second. Toledo fumbled the ball, and then they picked it up, and that was ball game. And then, bro, I was home Friday night watching them play at Ohio, which is a rival of theirs, and it goes to overtime. Before it went to overtime, Ohio had a floater for the win, and it bounced out, bro. It was a crazy game. So Miami of Ohio, they won't probably even get to the Sweet 16. However, they are legit and deserve to at least get in. I don't care if they lose in the first game of their conference tournament. They're in the Mid American. Even Akron is 17-1 in that
Right.
conference. But I don't care, bro. They can lose that first game. It's ridiculous. They need to be in 31-0. They don't even need to win the conference title for me. They did enough, and they should be in. In terms of what they'll be ranked in the tournament, I mean, obviously it depends how the conference tournament goes, but I think I agree. I'm with X. They're a 7 to 11 seed. They're somewhere there. I think at worst they're 10 seed. So we'll see how the tournament goes, but I think they deserve to be in no matter what happens.
Yeah, if they go undefeated, bro, they're gonna be higher than that. They're
Yeah,
not gonna be a double digit seed, bro.
and
If they go undefeated.
I'm excited to watch them in March Madness.
Right, right.
I,
And see,
I
I
like.
think they might get a dub in the tournament. You tripping. Like you just sleeping on them.
I agree. I mean, they could also get a super favorable matchup. So, I'm excited to watch them actually rest of the way. we've got an interesting small school to pay attention to. All right.
Will VCU get in?
So VCU won the A10 conference title regular season. Now they're the 2 seed in the conference tournament, and they think, because I was watching bracketology, they think VCU's in no matter what. But I would like to have the conference title win as well, just to confirm it. So I think VCU is in. I do. It will probably come down to VCU and St. Louis again. They whipped our ass twice, but St. Louis actually lost like 2 straight, and it made them share the conference title with VCU. So they're the 1 and 2 seeds in the conference tournament, and they might meet in that final.
Okay, okay.
So we'll see. Any other topics y'all want to cover?
Not as far
Jason
as
Tatum.
that. Yeah, it's not as far as college basketball, but yeah,
What'd you say?
NBA Jason Tatum.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the NBA. Jason Tatum makes his return. He's played 2 games now. I don't know if they played tonight, but I saw they played 2 games so far with him back. Do y'all think the move was premature? Should he have rested? What are your thoughts on his play so far?
Uh, I'm gonna go first. I think it was premature. I heard that Jason Tatum was as far as his health is concerned, he was able to play. He was concerned mentally. He was concerned with getting back out on the court. Well, I guess he got over that mental hurdle, and now you see what that looks like. I think the Boston Celtics are dangerous, man, now with Jason Tatum back in the lineup. Jalen Brown's been balling, an MVP candidate. You bring a guy like Jason Tatum back into the fold, and y'all saw what they did with Cleveland, man. And I thought Cleveland was going to come out the East when they got the Harden trade. Now I'm looking like, bruh, that man is back, and the Celtics are a problem. But no, I'm glad he came back. I'm glad that he didn't just take the whole year off, because Boston, they actually have a chance to win it all when he's in the lineup, and you don't want to waste time. As far as, it's never promised you winning championships. You may get there and you may never get back. Right now, Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown are on the same team. They have an opportunity to win championships if they're both healthy. They're both on the floor, and he's healthy enough to play. He needs to be playing.
Um, I always err on the side of caution with a Achilles. He's back in 8 months, bro. That's ridiculous. Achilles is normally worse than an ACL. A person coming back in anything under a year. I know technology has gotten better, but anything under a year for an ACL or Achilles, I always err on the side of caution. Is nah, man, just take the whole year off. You got people that are still out. You have Halliburton, he's not back yet. You have and he got hurt just a little bit after Tatum, but I don't think Halliburton is going to touch the court this year.
They look trash.
Yeah, they're also trash.
Yeah,
They don't want him to touch it.
yeah, but well, the Mavericks are trash too. But Kyrie,
Right.
He's not coming back either.
Yeah, I don't. I think that they're erring on the side of caution. They're not going to rush his back. Now, I think Jason Tatum, to be honest, man, I think his ego has him coming back this early, because he sees how Jalen Brown still has the Celtics rolling without him. Oh man, no, bro, I gotta come back. I gotta come back. Yeah, I'm good. I can play. I can play, but I know this is 2 totally different levels and 2 totally different injuries. My daughter had a player on her soccer team tore ACL last year, and she came back in 8 months. She wasn't the same player clearly, but she still was pretty good. She had this brace on her knee, and we held our breath every time she got any kind of contact on the field, right? So I'm waiting to see how his body reacts to any kind of contact, because that's one of those injuries. It's not a contact injury. when you get it. But I believe you can re-rupture it or something based off a hard strain. You twist a certain way or something like that, and have some contact and cause the re-injury, and then you're out. Now your career's up in the air because now you've torn your your Achilles twice. And I would err on the side of caution. I understand him coming back if he's physically able. He's done damn good. He's shown he's physically able to play right now. But how long can he do that? You know what I mean? I always think about KD and how we all knew KD had, what were they saying? They were saying like he had a calf strain at first.
Yeah.
And we were like, no, the calf strain. If you got a calf strain, you about to tear your Achilles, so you don't need to play. And he just went in there. He was like, yeah, I can do it. And he went in there and he tore his Achilles. So I think that you can play on it. We all think about, Kobe. Kobe shot the free throws on his Achilles after he had snapped it or whatever. Halliburton, he was like just being honest, I knew Halliburton was gonna tear his Achilles. You know what I mean? Because what had happened to him previously, and how they were talking about that it possibly could have been an Achilles tear before he actually tore it. So once you tear your Achilles, it's got to be a little more easier for you to re-tear it or something like that, which is why you like to let things heal up. That's how the body works. You can't fully heal once you start putting pressure back on it. So, I mean, I'm not a doctor. I'm just a dude who watch basketball. And he knows his body. But, bruh, I wouldn't take a chance with that. I wouldn't take that chance. I would have just sat out, bro. And if I was the Celtics, I would have sat him out. And if you saw the interview with Joe Mazzulla when the reporter asked him, he said, I heard Jason Tatum's was at practice. Is that true? He was like, yeah. He's like, is he close to coming back? And he was like, he was at practice. And like, he didn't want to answer any questions about it because he didn't want anybody to have any expectations. You know what I mean? Right. So, I don't know, man. I think it was his ego that made him come back this early, to be honest with you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm more like C here. I thought he was tripping, forcing it a little bit, trying to come back. I salute him because it means he cares, but I do think you need to be cautious. And he's played well these first two games. The first game I was watching, you could see he was mentally there.
Right,
I mean,
right.
He got rim stuffed. I mean, he's like 6'9". He got rim stuffed. He airballed a shot. That's all normal. I get he's nervous to land on that and everything. And he played much better on Sunday against Cleveland. But I get what X is saying. Like, you have a short, limited window to win a championship, and Boston can win it if he's playing how we know him to be. But I would have just sat down for another 3 months and waited the next year. Because I think it matters more being fully 100% mentally there for the future instead of the next just couple months. Like when Klay Thompson
playoffs, I come back.
Yeah, like Klay Thompson came back and he tore something else immediately. And I really hope that doesn't happen with Tatum. Now, of course, he can go through these playoffs, nothing happens, and they lose or win, whatever the case is. I still don't think it's the right move just because I think you need I just think people with injuries need to take their time. But technology's changing things. These injuries will be easier to recover from the more we move on to the future. So maybe he's the start of us seeing the Achilles injury as less than a year of an injury. Obviously, Kyrie and Halliburton shouldn't even think twice when their teams are in the lottery. So
right.
Yeah, I mean that's common sense. So yeah, that's all I have to say about it.
Okay. How
I
far
think
can I? So y'all, if he's healthy, y'all sticking with y'all original picks as far as who's coming out the East?
I had the Knicks preseason. I'm still gonna stick with the Knicks, but if the Celtics made it, it wouldn't surprise me because now Tatum has a month to get in shape and in form to make a true run.
I'm off the Knicks. I am off the Knicks. I think it's going to either be Cleveland or Boston now. I'll
No
take.
Detroit.
Uh,
No Detroit. Bro, come on, man. Watch your mouth. Be respectful.
nah, man. Even box office no Detroit this year. I
Yeah.
I like them, but Cade them not ready this year, bro. I get next year that's gonna be a problem, a real problem. But I take the Celtics over them right now. Hell, in a 7-game series, I take Cleveland over them right now. Probably take the Knicks over them right now.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. I just wanted to know what y'all thought. I had Cleveland coming out the East, but if Jason Tatum's healthy and he doesn't get hurt, I would switch my pick to the Celtics.
Yeah, I think that the Celtics just their pedigree. Um, I can see them coming out, but D Mitch and Harden, that's a hard combo. But I'll take Jalen Brown and Tatum, a healthy Tatum, any day of the week.
Right, right. Okay.
All right, last quick thing of the night. Where I'm going to name three players in the NFL. You tell me if you had to guess where they end up. Trey Hendrickson.
Dallas.
The Bears.
Ooh, okay. I'm going to go Dallas. I think they're close and I think they get it done. Brian Thomas.
The Giants.
Mm, the Ravens.
Wow. 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 Fire. I
Okay.
wouldn't fault the Ravens no more for trade them 2 picks if they get Bryant.
Leave.
Brian Thomas's career ends as a New York Jet. All right.
Oh, don't you do that to him, man.
I think he goes there, and unfortunately, his career dies out. I hate it
What's it
for him.
really?
Wow.
Kyler Murray. I don't know we talked about it last week, but now that we've seen a couple more moves, where you got him?
Hey, go ahead, see, because I was stuck on that one.
The Jets, bro.
Dang,
I
bro.
got the Vikings.
Dang.
Not about the Vikings. The
I'm
Jets.
gonna I'm gonna say the Jets too, bro. I think it should be the Colts, but it's gonna be the Jets.
The Jets are gonna throw so much money at him. He's going.
Yeah, the Jets. It's gonna be the Jets. Eric Glenn's gonna want a quarterback.
He's
Juwan
gonna be
Johnson.
asked to have.
Juwan Jennings. Sorry.
Jawan Jennings, I'll say New England.
I got one for you. The Colts.
Okay. Oh, I can see that. I will say Seattle.
I like that.
Joey Bosa.
Cincinnati. Ohio.
I actually like that. I'm gonna say Cincinnati. I feel like they feel pressured to do something.
All right, that's why I said them too.
And moves that don't matter. Detroit.
Okay.
Okay.
Stephon Diggs.
Mm.
I'm surprised New England's getting off of him. And I thought that y'all would say Brian Thomas to New England. I said the Giants, but I thought y'all would say New England. I'm gonna say Diggs goes to mm,
I got.
Baltimore.
Oh, okay, okay. I will say he ends up with the Cleveland Browns.
Wow.
They need a receiver, and I don't think true contenders are sold on Diggs, so it has to be a bad team.
All right. I got two bad teams for you. Um,
The Saints.
shit,
Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth.
Arizona or
No.
Carolina.
Carolina's not terrible.
They're not terrible, but they're not. I think that they'll get
They
him.
won the division.
I think the worst division in football, like you said. But I I could see them going to Carolina and them thinking that they have a great pair for Ted.
Okay.
Baltimore.
How
He going to
about
Baltimore.
cornball Cam Jordan?
Yo, he's gonna resign with the Saints.
He's gonna re-sign with the Saints, bro.
Something tells me the Minnesota Vikings.
What are they gonna pay Cam Jordan?
I don't know.
Nobody's gonna pay Cam but us, bro. And
All
I think
right.
this is a sweetheart deal.
All right. I got one more for y'all. Let me see. I'm deciding between these. Romeo Dobbs.
Romeo Dobbs will be. Ooh.
Unfortunately,
Mm.
he's gonna be a New Orleans Saint.
Why you said unfortunate? That's not a bad signing. See,
We're gonna think we solved it. Oh yeah, Romeo Dobbs. We got it. And we're not gonna do nothing else, and that's gonna piss me off.
dang.
I'm feeling the New York Giants.
I'm gonna say the Raiders.
Okay.
Raiders will get him at least a receiver.
I think Jennings might be the Saint too. I've been hearing about that.
I think Jennings is underrated.
He can go be a coach.
I mean, I wouldn't hate it. I just hope they don't pay him ridiculous money. I mean, come on.
That's what I'm saying. I think somebody's gonna pay him too much money, and I think it's gonna be might be the Saints, bro.
Jordan Tyson to the Saints. Oh.
And that's all we got for y'all this week.
All right, all right. Well, let me get to my shout outs, man. See, man, bruh. I'm gonna say shout out to y'all first, bruh. Y'all going to the top 28, man. Bruh. I know y'all turned up. You know, I know you was excited about calling that game. You was excited. Y'all was probably crying tears of joy while us, we lost by 1 point,
Nah,
bruh.
that was that hurt right there. I saw that, man. I saw it. Y'all post on Facebook, bro. My heart went out for it because I was a Tiger Falls and anything else around here. Nah, that hurt me.
Bruh. We was up with 10 seconds left in the game, bruh, and we lost it. But shout out to the Tigers, man. Shout out to all the seniors, man. Gabe, Turbo, Bubba. If I'm missing somebody, don't the just there's a lot going on right now. But those three, I personally, they were at the lower campus with me. They played when I was there, so those three are always gonna hold a special place in my heart. Definitely legends at LRCA. Y'all gave it all y'all had. We just came up a little short, but the future's definitely bright, man. We started 3 freshmen on this run, and we made it to where we made it, and hopefully next year, bigger and better things. But shout out to y'all boys for showing up. Shout out to the Saints. You know, listen, I'm a Saints fan, but I might become a Raider fan.
Bro, at least
Hey,
look at coming out the
AC,
closet.
AC, AC. The Raiders are sick. Hey, I do want to say this. I know I'm not making this a topic. I just want to say this. Man, them new Tennessee Titan uniforms gonna be ridiculous, bruh. Fire. Shout out to them. I want to see what the what's it called? Atlanta's supposed to be coming out with their uniforms. I want to see what they're gonna do. But I think the Houston Texans, not the Houston Texans, the Tennessee Titans have the best uniforms in football. I've always felt that way when they had their old uniforms.
Hell nah. Saints got the best uniforms in football, bro.
Not at all.
The Saints definitely don't. That brown or gold with the black just doesn't. That's not all that. I like the Chargers. The Chargers can do a lot with their colors. I like
Chargers
it.
are cool.
Our base black and gold are white with the gold and black on it. That's the coldest uniform.
The all black ones are cold.
I ain't really with the all black. I like something to offset.
I miss the color rush. The Saints had a sick color rush that one year. Those were fire, and I missed the color rush because apparently the colorblind folks can't watch. I mean, come on, like I just don't get
Stop.
it.
Why you always trying to take shots at everybody, bro? Be respectful.
Color rush was cool, bro. I
agree. I liked it too.
Even when the teams had crappy jerseys, it was cool to see something new.
Right. You know what I don't like? I don't like the Steelers throwback.
Worst dog, that is horrible.
Those are ugly.
They shouldn't be allowed to wear that.
Yeah, I wish they would never do that again.
I just see like Big Ben in my head wearing those.
Yeah, me too. It's like, dog, this is the ugliest shit. Like, why do y'all have this on TV, bro? I literally never can watch those games. When they have them on, I said, man, I'll catch the highlights. And
bro, that is terrible. Oh my God, that's horrible.
I don't think the Browns have ever had good jerseys.
What? That color scheme.
Yeah, the color scheme.
It's like they don't have it's like, what are we doing, bro? Like, what are we doing, bro? Why orange and brown? Why orange and brown, though? Why orange and brown?
I always thought it was so dumb for the Browns to have orange helmets. That's like the dumbest shit. Like,
why are they even called the Browns anyway? That doesn't what are Browns? Like, what are you talking about?
Because they're shit.
Come on, man.
Sorry, YouTube.
But it was am I tripping? Wasn't their owner's last name Brown?
Haslam Brown? No, it was Jim Haslam. So no.
Right. You're right.
You know whose jerseys got worse though? The Rams. They look like IKEA, the IKEA store now. But the goal ones, yeah. Y'all remember when they played the Patriots in the Super Bowl when your Saints got screwed? Mm-hmm. Those blue jerseys that Todd Gurley wore, those were 10 times better than what they got.
Those were better too.
Those helmets in those jerseys, so screwed up.
Yeah, but they were throwing with Stafford. Like if that would look sick on this team.
I actually hated the Rams jerseys when they first got these plastic looking jerseys or whatever, because them and the Falcons got the same kind of jerseys. And I was like, this is what they trying to make the NFL jerseys look like? I didn't like the look of them, but I actually like the Rams white jersey with the blue numbers. I would actually, if I still was wearing other people's jerseys, I probably would have got one of those, man.
Yeah, I think the Browns might have the worst ones in the league, though.
The best Rams jerseys, and I had the throwback white Eric Dickerson jersey. It was dope, bro. That was like one of the dopest jerseys that ever came out. The white Eric Dickerson jersey for the Rams, that's like the peak of their jerseys.
Man, Google Images Rams Pats Super Bowl 2019. I think those blue are sick with those helmets. They look nasty to me. I don't like what they did to them.
Ugliest jerseys ever in any sport was the one that P. Diddy made for the Mavericks that year.
I don't remember that.
They were like shiny silver Dallas Maverick jerseys. I was like, bro,
I remember that.
I was like, Diddy's ass is going to jail one day. because of these jerseys. I know he doing something he ain't supposed to be doing. When I saw those jerseys, I knew he was trafficking. I knew it.
You going? Go ahead.
Go ahead, X. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, see, when y'all leaving to go to the top 28?
We get out of school early Wednesday. We play at 1. So I'm assuming I'm on the road as soon as we get off. To go check it out. I gotta see if they're gonna allow me to stream it because I know they have their own streaming for it. So I mean, I might just be in there with the phone, catching a little something talking. But bro, but I will say this, man. Shout out to Northside High School Friday for that quarterfinal game. Bro, the gym was packed. I saw so many of my former students, everybody, like they came out and showed Northside love, bro. Everybody, that was the place to be in the city last Friday. And even shout out to the visitors. They traveled well. They had almost half the gym filled. And the only thing about it, I had a mic. So I told them, after we beat them, I was like, I said, hey, y'all be safe traveling back up I-10. And I played all I do is win. And the whole gym exploded or whatever. But they were like heckling us. They were like, they in our gym, they did the "you can't do that" chant. They were like screaming, like making so much noise when we were shooting free throws. I was literally getting pissed off. I was like, boy, I'll play a whole song while y'all shooting free throws. Yeah, yeah. But it was cool though. It was a real good experience. That the gym, the feeling of it felt like a playoff game, and the fact that we came out on top, it just felt like something special. And like I said, I seen all these guys. I seen them since they were freshmen. Now they're juniors. The leaders on the team were juniors. So to see them getting to the top 28 is the semifinals. They're 2 wins away from being state champs. You know what I mean? I got most of them in my class, and I tell them that too. I said, bro, 2 more wins, y'all state champs as juniors. Y'all coming back next year,
right?
So, I said tomorrow I'm gonna put in the morning announcements that Kobe quote: "Job not done, job done, job not done." I'm gonna put that in there as a message to them so they can understand that, man, we're not going down there to say we went down there. We're going down there to win. You know what I mean? So just in case Coach Jones ain't told them that, I'm going to tell them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. Well, shout out to y'all for another fun show. We had a lot to talk about with free agency. We might still get a whole bunch of crazy moves by next week. Next week, we will definitely make bracket predictions as Selection Sunday is Sunday, obviously. I got a March Madness group. Sign up, join, fill out the bracket. Invite your friends. Anybody that wants to join. Last year when I made this group, Andrew Castile won. So
God, shout out to Drew, man.
So I hit him up today. He's rejoining. I had to bring the champ back. So yeah. Invite your friends. I'm excited for Selection Sunday, and we will talk March Madness next week.
Yes.
Man, y'all think I can't get out of here without my last minute shout outs. Last minute shout outs, I was go to my family, Hunter Morgan, Tori, Christian, Lee, and Elwood. Daddy, love y'all, and my beautiful wife, Latricia. I love you too. I'll see you in just a second. To my Papap's babies, Marcel, Carter, Brian, and Zaria, Grace, Brian, Papap, love y'all. I see y'all in just a second, even if it's just on my screensaver. And everybody out there watching, love y'all too. We gonna see y'all next week. Boot up or shut up.
Peace.